Hello there! Yes, 1 minute early. Hopefully we're doing well, chat. Let me bring that up. While you're watching the ads, we'll dilly-dally. I see Moon Shoes always first in chat. Spoilers as well. Spoilers, spoiler warning. This is your spoiler warning. Spoilers ahead. Skip if you want to see spoilers. Actually, you can't skip. It's a live stream. Spoiler warning, though. Big old spoiler warning. Spider-Man spoilers, not just Spider-Man spoilers, Avengers Doomsday spoilers. Let's get that in the algorithm. Spoilers for Spider-Man, spoilers for Avengers Doomsday, spoilers for Avengers Secret Wars, spoilers for, hello there, spoilers for, what else can we spoil? Ghost Rider. You know what? Blade. You might think that's not coming out yet. We got spoilers for Blade today as well. We are going to be spoiling everything. We're going to be dropping bombshells in this stream today. Heavy spoilers ahead. Spoilers for Spider-Man Brand New Day, though. On a serious note, I saw it today. I'm not going to spoil like mild spoilers, I want to say. We'll be talking about it, but I won't be using names. I'm not going to tell you who Sadie Sink's character is. I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to see the movie for yourself. Didn't Blade get cancelled? That's what Marvel want you to think, you see. I got spoilers for Blade. I know how Blade ends. I know how many blades there are in Blade. There you go. How many people can say that? It depends if they've watched the old one or not. We got spoilers for everything. Anyway, without the spoilers aside, we're going to be building the Bugle today. Not the Bugle that you've seen in what was the modular of this year? The Lego modular. That had some sort of Bugle relation, not that sort of Bugle, and hopefully none of the cameras die, because we are running low on battery today. I've just had to charge them up. Oh, I got a notification. I'm seeing Spider-Man today, chat. Oh, hopefully I don't miss out on that. We've already seen Spider-Man. Yeah, as for the state of Blade, I don't really know. Does anyone know? I know Feige's disappointed. Feige really wanted Blade to run. But we're not sure about that one anymore. All right, camera's looking good. Use the camera to check the camera. Cameraception. Yeah, Blade. I would love to see Blade return and to get tied in as well to the MCU, which is beautiful. Absolutely love the MCU. Big fan. Big fan. Oh, Daily Bugle time. So with this Daily Bugle, I want to build it with a twist. I want to build it with a little twist. And that twist is, instead, like, the Bugle's going to look like the Bugle from the outside. Cheers. Stick around. Next Magazine Mondays is a Spider-Man one. The Bugle is the Bugle from the outside. But on the inside, I want to add scenes from the movie. And that is scenes that are like really important, but you don't know why. So again, mild spoilers, but you'll understand it. You'll understand it when I show it off. First off, we've got to get the Spider-Man sets on screen, and as a Lego search feature is still not working, we need to fix that. We can't fix that as people sat here. But why is Lego search feature not working? That is not a good look. Not a good look for anything. Newest sets first. Let me bring this up. Make sure that it is going to be bringing up. Yes, there we go. So here are all the Spider-Man sets that are on shelf. 16 is awesome. 16 is kind of crazy. So we've got about 25% of the amount of Star Wars sets dedicated to Spider-Man. I don't know how that compares to Marvel. Let's have a look. See how many Marvel sets are on shelves. Marvel. Exclusively sets as well. We should have filtered for keychains and that sort of stuff. And this includes the X-Men. 54 including Spider-Man, 38 not including. So I've only got double. And I say only double because there are a lot of helmets, busts. I think Spider-Man's got the same amount of play sets. How many sets? 13. Okay. 13. Almost triple for Marvel. Spider-Man is a third of the Marvel playsets. which is crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Green Goblin. That one's retiring soon. I got the Spidey. There's a load of 4+ sets as well. They're selling really well. I think we've done a few custom figures. So we've got custom Hobgoblin, who we made on the channel. Custom Spider-Woman. Kind of skipped that one out and got the other display, which isn't on here. Okay, we're missing some sets. They don't have the other Spider-Man display. The Sandman one from January, wasn't it? That's already gone. No chance, and it's definitely not under keyrings. So this Spider-Man collection is incomplete, and I'm also noticing there's no Bugle. Like, what's up? What's up with that? How do we search? How do we search on the Lego website? What if we what if we typed in Spider-Man? What if, well, maybe Lego Spider-Man will bring it up. But I'm pretty sure that's what I just did to bring up this page. Where's Spider-Man? Is he safe? Is he all right? What's happened? What's happened to Spidey? Lego Spider-Man products. 16. Have they just cancelled the... I'm going to have to double check for this. So you got the Sandman set. Oh, not Sedan Man. Sandman. Okay, £20. It's just under Marvel. So Spider-Man's like half of Marvel right now. We've also got the set that I'm interested in. It's in the name. Spider-Man versus Mysterio. So we're going to go through and tally these now. I do want to get into building. We'll run through this quick. Marvel. 1 point for Marvel. 1 point for Spider-Man. Someone needs to count Marvel in chat. 1, 2, 3 Spider-Mans. That's a Marvel. That's an Avengers. That's what I'm quantifying. Marvel, Avengers, X-Men. Maybe I should take note. 3 of them is going to get complicated. All right. We've got Marvel. We've got Avengers. Let me change that to Avengers. Wait, can't I keep a tally? Oh, wait, I can keep a tally on screen, can't I? Yes. Marvel, Avengers, and... Nope. X-Men. Yes, yes, yes. But, okay, that's not where we want it to be. Let's move that so you can see. There we go. Marvel. That's way too big. Let's shrink that. Marvel, Avengers, and X-Men. Let's keep a tally. So with Avengers Tower, hopefully you can follow it along now. It's on screen. That's a 1 for Marvel. 3 Spider-Man sets. We put Marvel Avengers. Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Avengers, and X-Men. They're all Marvel sets. Doom is Avengers because of the movie coming out later this year. Doctor Strange cast a spell and now Lego can't remember. Yes, I love that. We've got Venom is also Spider-Man. That's like Sonyverse and extended movies there. All right, we've got the X-Mansion, and we've also got the Fantastic Four plus, the Fantastic Four set. I'm going to count that as X-Men plus. So Herbie counts as X-Men because I don't want to get Fantastic Four their own one. And they're sort of blending in as well. But they're like the others. You've got the Sonyverse, you've got the MCU, and then you've got alternate timelines. That's how we're running it. All right. Another 1, 2 for Avengers, but also another 1, 2 for Spider-Man. I suppose you could also like whack Iron Man in Spider-Man. I'm not. These 3 are Avengers. Oh, it's a close call. It's a close call, 7-7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guardians might need their own little category. And then we'll add Miles. Spider-Man. All right. We've got 40 more sets. Avengers, Spider-Man, Avengers, Spider-Man. So that brings Spider-Man up to 10, Avengers to 16. Wow. 1, 2 Avengers and 4 Spider-Man sets. including the Advent, which is definitely a Spider-Man Advent. Wolverine, Spider-Man, Doom, very Spider-Man. Maybe it's more so, I mean, Spider-Man movie, Wolverine game, Doom movie. We're going to have a little look at that, actually, and see if that relates to all of what we just said. We'll ignore the Hulk keyring. We've got another X-Men plus Fantastic Four. 1, 2, 3, 4 Spider-Man sets. Wow, it's level. 1, 2 Spider-Man sets, 4 Avengers. Ah, no. Avengers Doomsday are really like taking the cake for Avengers here. We've only got 16 more sets. We're ignoring the keyring, but Spider-Man's got 1, 2. X-Men has 1. And Avengers has 2. It's still anyone's game. Could be anyway. X-Men plus Fantastic Four Spider-Man set. It's getting close. Another 2 Spider-Man sets. Oh, Spider-Man's taken the lead, and we've got another Spider-Man set. Oh, wow, look at that, chat. Spider-Man, 26 sets. Avengers, 24 sets. X-Men and Fantastic Four. I mean, Fantastic Four only really had 1 set. So maybe Fantastic Four could lend to Avengers. It doesn't matter. Spider-Man still takes the cake. Spider-Man has always been Marvel's biggest selling point. So that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. But yeah, that's crazy. Also, quick peek at the Advent. Let's see. Oh, Iron Man and Cap. Should this be an Avengers set or Spider-Man? I mean, Cap shows up in Spider-Man. Iron Man, big part of Spider-Man. Ghost Spider, I think, makes it definitively Spider-Man. Because as far as I'm aware, Ghost Spider's the only character here that doesn't have any direct involvement with the Avengers. Maybe they brush shoulders in a comic. But yeah, Spider-Ghost makes this a Spider-Man Advent calendar. And now I really want it, despite the fact I only really want Doom and Wolverine from this. Maybe I can pick this up anyway and modify. Maybe we get Venomized Ghost Spider. What would that look like? I wonder, and I will have to keep wondering because we're not here for that today. We've already spent 15 minutes, 10 minutes. We've already spent 10 minutes going on about Venomized Ghost Spider. What was that about? I want to build the Bugle, and we should have enough of these profile bricks and snot bricks for the front to build a decent looking Bugle. Oh, we've got to build a little newsstand for Spider-Man. But the interior of the Bugle, I want to get looking like some of the scenes from Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think that's going to be really fun to do. Again, mild spoilers. We will be talking about the movie, but I'll try not to spoil it hard for anyone that isn't fussed and will watch this, you know, when it's out, Disney Plus, when it's out, anywhere, when it just pops out. So the minifigures, we'll start there. Oh, the minifigures are a hard one. We've got Spider-Man, and I've got an accurate Spider-Man now. Thanks to the Next magazine. Spider-Man, there's 4 figures here. But how many figures is there with the set? Let's go back. Nope, we want to go back. We don't want to go back to that page. So back doesn't take you back on Lego. Never noticed that. No minifigure count, but we do have a lineup of 7. 7 minifigures. All right. There's the guy in the office. We could get a few just NPC characters in here as well. So let's include like 2 NPCs. There is, I don't have a Scorpion. I really want to add a Scorpion to this because we've got 2 other sets. We've got this one, which I almost built. I don't like the outside of the building. It's not a good display. Let me get to why we're doing this. I don't want to build just something from the movie to break it down in a few weeks. I've got 3 band boxes of Marvel, Spider-Man, X-Men minifigures that I'd love to whack on display, maybe even bring back a little bit of the city. So I'm going to build the outside of the Bugle. The interior is going to be modular enough to create scenes from Spider-Man Brand New Day. And eventually hopefully I have all these minifigures to add. I'm hoping some of these come to the magazine, honestly, because 80 quid for 3 minifigures is quite a bit. The only minifigures I want from this set is Boomerang, Tarantula, and Scorpion. And then there's Tombstone in the other truck. Yes, Tombstone would be a great fig. Though Tombstone, I'm probably going to part out. 45 quid, not a bad set, but not as good as this one. Tarantula, I guess Boomerang is also a very part outable minifigure. And Scorpion's just got way too much detail. I kind of want to, if Scorpion comes to the magazine, I'd be tempted to pick up 2. That head for a Star Wars mark, and the other torso for Doc Ock, who still has eluded me. But Tarantula and Scorpion are going to be hard to get. I think Tarantula's going to come in the magazine. That's my prediction. Not this one. That's the Spidey one. Not next one. That one we also know. But the one after, I think Tarantula's going to be in. Also be a great minifigure to get. Even though we get mostly comic accurate figures, they'll have some of these Spidey figs. I feel confident in that after getting the Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. So, 7 minifigures. Spider-Man is 1. We've seen Hulk. I'm going to bring Hulk over. I also don't want the Advent, don't want this list. Oh, Scorpion. Now, Scorpion doesn't really work inside. Spider-Man, Hulk, Sadie Sink's character. I'm going to add her on the inside, add the guy in the office, add 2 defaults, and, oh, Punisher. Add the Punisher. We can squeeze all of those in one scene. So that is going to be, wow, that's going to be quite fun, isn't it? Getting all those characters on the inside. Yeah, we can make that work. We've got 4 floors on the Daily Bugle. So who did we say? Office. So we got the guy in the office. So we need that guy's office. And we'll probably throw in, actually, there are a few rooms. The office with a guy and the spider. There's a little like lab museum-y space. I'm going to whack that in. And then there's a few desks, which will be ground floor. That takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then ground floor, I don't know. Maybe we could do a little security feature. That sounds like it would be fun. And actually, then we can get minifigures throughout the entire display. But first, we've got to build the Bugle. I'm going to be modifying this, aka modifying this. So, not building exactly how they want us to, but this base is going to be built pretty darn accurate. I would love to remove the bottom of it. I don't think that's possible. And I also don't remember what color doors I've got for this front piece. I don't remember. I do not. I have no idea. Let's bring up the desk and make sure it's looking as clean as it can. Oh, the paint. Oh, the paint. I'm going to be washing it this week. Probably as soon as like Wednesday. Giving it, or maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Maybe I'll get it washed over the weekend. Get that paint scrubbed off and it'll be looking brand spanking new. What have we got here? An 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. An 8 by 12, 2 4 by 12s. Let's see if we've got, how many 4 by 12s? We've got 4, okay, 4 by 12, but this is in black. We need dark bluish gray, not light. So many light bluish grays. There's a dark. Oh, there's 2 darks. There we go. And then I'll use, wait, they've got, Technic pins. I don't want Technic pins though, because I'm not going to be connecting this. So I could do with a door to one side. No, I'm going to have the doorway and a sensor. So these are going to be 1 by 6s. What are these gaps either side of the door? Is that guttering? What is that? Nothing. It's covered. Wait a second. What is that? They've got them going the other way as well. They're not used on the top. Hold on. Hold on now. Why do we have those gaps on the inside? Do we have clear shots of the ground floor, please? No, it's covered. So why do we have those slopes there? Let's not think too much. If I need to replace them, I guess I can, but I'm probably going to go with 1x2s, and I'm going to get the 1x2 draw up, because that's going to save some. And you can see already some of the bricks that we've got. And these are just the 1x2s. I think I've got a few some 1x4s. I've got quite a few 1x4s. So we can balance these out and probably throw a few 1x's or other shaped bricks. I actually have a ton of these. It is impressive how many. So the building we're building is the grey one from the movie, but grey is not very impressive. So I want to build the Bugle and then add the fun interior. On the outside of the Bugle, keeping that draw out, I want to have some sort of display of like the Avengers and maybe some of the X-Men and other Spidey characters, Spidey related characters. We can keep it at that. See how packed we can make it. Otherwise, this thing could get chaotic real fast. All right, 1x4s jump, 1x6s and more 1x2s that I forgot to get out, which are just back here. The movie is amazing, by the way. If you are contemplating seeing it, or if you've seen it and are wondering if you should see it again, that would be tempting. Seeing it again. Whoa. I don't think I'll do that with Spider-Man, because I feel like if someone else was going and I had the opportunity to, I would see it again. But I'm definitely going to watch it a few times when it comes on to streaming, which I hope is Disney Plus. I don't want to have to be paying for another platform just to catch Spidey. But it's going to do its rounds. It's going to be, you know, on someone's... Actually, I wonder if Prime are going to get it. Because Amazon were doing a lot for the premiere. I think the premiere was exclusively on Amazon Prime. So they had a lot going for it. And maybe, just maybe, they'll be they're trying to nab the movie first as well. This doesn't really look like the DMCA something. Oh, what? DODC. Oh, it's close enough. It's 4 letters that I don't remember. DODC, the Department of DC. Yeah, 2 pigeons. Caw-caw. So, oh, they've got the bench. Oh, that's a reference. I understand it now. And they've also got, there's a scorpion mark down here and a spider mark up the side there, which I never paid that close attention. What is this? What is this connection? Is that a new brick? Is that what? What's going on here? Hold on now. What is that? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's not there. I think it was poking through that window. Is that a mistake? Yeah. They've got a Technic piece. Oh, I understand. So that's meant to push through, but they've got it rendered through. Don't say that's on the box. That might be a little embarrassing. Okay, it's not on the box. But yet on Lego, their main image has an issue. Okay. We should bring that up to Lego. Let them know about that. There's a tan mat on the outside, but as it's not too accurate, shall we say, I might get some sort of tan checkered, or at least we could add some tan wedges to it. What do we have in tan wedge space? Anything snazzy, anything fancy? Maybe these corner 3 pieces. Although with that, no, that wouldn't block the door because we've still got the actual door frame to add in. Something that looks cool. You have that Lego set. Your favorite is Scorpion. Oh, the DODC building. Scorpion looks amazing. I'm definitely going to have to get Scorpion on the aftermarket. That would be a great thing to get. Unless they want to throw Scorpion, even the comics version of Scorpion that we got years and years ago in a, that one's probably not likely to come back. But unless they want to throw Scorpion in the magazine, maybe they could just slide it in a magazine and not have to worry about it. That would be, well, not have to worry about it. They'd have to worry about getting it in the magazine and all pieces being there. Do I have a double door? Double door. I think this is my doors. Yeah, a few doors. Actually, no, this is the doors. Oh, it's a teal double door and they're blue. It works. It works. We're taking that. I won't be painting that up. We'll be leaving that just as it is. Because this building needs some color. Oh, doesn't it just? Hello there, Harry. Ordered the Scorpion Funko Pop. Awesome. Awesome. Scorpion is Dumbledore? Dumbledore. Dumbledore said calmly. Scorpion was amazing in this as well. Definitely didn't steal the limelight, but I'm assuming you've probably seen Spider-Man by now. In which case, oh, Scorpion, the actor as well playing Scorpion played the two roles very well. Now this building also has some glass bars along the bottom. So I feel like not the glass bars, some gold bars or gold colored lines. So I feel like the gold handles work really well. That one's shinier gold than the left one. That one's like a chroma gold and the left one's flat. And this one's flat gold as well. So let's line up the Lego logo. Yeah, I'd love to get the new Scorpion minifigure and the new Tarantula minifigure. Both of them really, really good figures. Well, here we go. The tool, but the thing is, right, that's just a backdrop for this. So really, you could just add oh, that's why they've added the slopes, so the door stands out on the inside. Do I have those slopes? Can I replicate that? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Awesome. That 3D print was meant to be finished a while ago now. 10 minutes and counting. Slightly worrying it's gone on for that much longer. It was a pre-sale, so it's coming in August. What is what's a pre-sale mean? Is it different to a pre-order? So a pre-order means it hasn't released yet. I think a pre-order and a pre-sale sound very similar. But if they are different, I'd bet that a pre-order is, you know, they haven't made it yet. Typically, I know Lego put things up for pre-order that they very much have made, but a pre-order is like, oh, we haven't made enough of these yet, but when it's out, we'll let you know. Whereas a pre-sale is probably either they haven't made it, like they haven't started production and it's to get an idea of, and then it goes into production phase, or it's the exact same thing, which yeah, it's probably the exact same. I'd be interested to see what Google tells us. So we'll have a little look back. How many bricks tall is it? 5? Right up to the frame. At least we've got the black outline for the bright green. 1, 2, oh, and a plate. Wait a second. Oh no, Lego don't have a plate in the way. That's why they've gone with a tile, because they didn't have a plate there. So we're going to need to swap this out for a, we'll see what pieces we've got. These aren't going to work. At least we can put the doors down first. So I'm thinking black and tan, especially with the tan edges. How many tan pieces do I have to go around the edge? Pre-sale says you get it before release. Oh, so a pre-order, you get it when they go on sale. A pre-sale, means you get it early, like pre-sale, before they go on, before they're sold to the public. That's a deal, isn't it? Okay, I never thought of that. A pre-sale. They should do more things like that. Imagine if, I suppose a pre-sale is what Lego does with Insiders, where it has Lego sets that only Insiders can get, and it's this little pre-sale that they do, and then you can still pre-order it for the original date. All gets very confusing very quickly. Why not have pre-orders? It's like cinemas though as well, because officially I think Spider-Man released in most places on Friday. In the UK, we got it Thursday, which meant Wednesday there were midnight showings. So technically, you could see, and I don't know why some cinemas got it on Thursday. I don't know why that was. So a movie coming out on Friday, you could have seen in the UK on Wednesday night. So is it really coming out on Friday? Like it doesn't, it's confusing. That's what it is. It is confusing. We need a lot more tan, or I want to add some, if we go with white, we could add some sort of candlesticks up the side, which would look good. Maybe I can find some tan bar that will stretch that far, and that would also look, you know, half as good. Or gold. Or we get some gold around the outside. Because this part of the bugle probably ain't going to be seen all too well. Although gold's a bit too flashy, isn't it? We should have gone with something a little less a little less gold, a little less shiny. I've got browns, greys. I don't really have any other colors. How much brown do we have on the bugle? Not a lot. Mostly tan, and I think there's a dark tan front. All right, I think we stick to the round bricks. I don't have any tan candles, do I? They don't exist yet. They haven't made those. White would be so good though. What about slopes? Do we have white slopes? If we just made the tan stuff white. I've got tan slopes, but I've also got quite a few white slopes. But then that's white. Oh yeah, that's not gonna look as good. All right, let's stick with tan bricks. And maybe just replace it with tan 1x1s. Going up the sides so it's a bit solid like the slopes. And then we've got the tan bricks to the side. We've still got the door on the inside. And that should look good. That should look good, shouldn't it? Hello there, Jenkinthorne. Hello there, Harry. Don't know if I said that already. Hello there, Owen. Home from watching Spider-Man. Dude, it's amazing, isn't it? It's definitely movie of the year. I was wondering going into it, I'm like, but Mando was pretty cool. You know, I've heard good things about Supergirl. I've heard good things about the Odyssey. No, Spider-Man just can't be beat. I think Superman was decent last year, but even Superman didn't have this sort of hype. And I think it's because we haven't got many Superman movies that since Reeves Superman that haven't gone straight into a reboot. I feel like Henry Cavill's Superman, even though people didn't like the direction of it, even that one didn't stick around for too long. So yeah, the fact that this is Spider-Man 4 as well, and the marketing did really well. But it definitely is my movie of the year. I think I can say that with 4 months to go, almost 5 months, don't think this is going to be beat. Such a good movie. Highly recommend seeing it. Oh no, Spider-Man! We just killed Spider-Man. I guess Spider-Man won't be returning for Spider-Man 5. I don't even know what to do for Spider-Man 5 at this point, but I said that about 4 and they've smashed that out of the park. I think there's a few comic book stories that they could pull on for the next movie. Plus, we got the announcement of what's his face as Ghost Rider, Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, which is going to be a Very, very interesting take. I'm excited to see what he does with a character. They haven't specified which, you know, which version of the Ghost Rider. Like Spider-Man is Peter Parker, not Miles Morales or any of the others. They haven't specified which version of Ghost Rider they're gonna do. Oh, hold on. What's going? You good? You gonna give it? Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. They haven't specified which version yet, so I'm looking forward for that announcement. Oh, yes. You know what? You have no idea what this is, but in like a week's time, you are going to absolutely love what has just come off the printer. There are going to be people coming back to this stream, analyzing those moments of me pulling it off the base, which is why I'm not making this big screen. I'm going to keep this little screen. You can get your 720 quality frames. No spoilers here. Let me just run that back. Get another one printing. But yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man is... Oh, wow. Spider-Man, dude. Like, Spider-Man. What more can I say? Spider-Man is Spider-Man. And I'm excited for Doomsday. Sorry about this. The frames dropped there. I'm excited for Doomsday, but not as much as I was for Spider-Man. Says that you'll be out in October. Says to you that it's coming this August. Oh, and it's pre-sale. So everyone is getting it. It's coming out. It's going to hit stores October. Actually, I think you'll find it hit stores later. Smiths have got a few of their September sets in August, but we're talking like the May 4th UCS Mando N1, as opposed to any of the newer actual sets. But the fact that you're getting it this month, that's cool. You've only got like 4 weeks to wait for it. Awesome. I love it when that happens. You get something early, especially if it's something that you're in for and it's a surprise. If you're not in, I was chatting to Bevel and a parcel gets delivered and you're out and you miss it, but it's like really early. It's almost disappointing because you've got the excitement of something new, but then the disappointment of missing it and not being there for it. That's looking good. I think those giant panels are probably going to be stickered, right? Any sort of... Oh, look at that little bugle, 1941. What sort of reference is that? We're gonna have to pull this up. Yes, yes, yes. Daily Bugle 1941. It's the first appearance of the Daily Bugle newspaper in Marvel's Mystery Comics issue 18, released in April 1941. They should have had that written because most people aren't gonna know that. If you were around reading comics, if you were a teen in 1941, actually, if you were a teen in 90, oh, it's 10 plus. Whew. 10 plus. Just making sure they didn't put the 99 cap on it. But if you, we'll say 10. We'll say 10 in 1941. Do the math, do the math. 10 in 1941, it's 2026. That helps, you'd be 85. I'm thinking what the year is, realizing I can look down at it. 85. Maybe you would get that reference if you're a big Daily Bugle fan. On the front, another 1x2. And we don't have this Daily Bugle sign, but we could make a little bugle on the side, or at least have some sort of text that we can run it back. So, dark tan bricks. Only had 2 scenes. You're like, really? Oh, also, can we talk about that? All of the sick posters of the shots with the villains are just slow motion photos, kind of, at the start of the movie. And there's so much more action that comes after, but it's not what, like, that is so misleading. That is like me showing something off at the start of the video and making it a thumbnail. I've done it. I've done it. I know I've done it. I don't know what video. I feel like I've done that. But at the same time, like, come on. Then you don't know what to expect. What's coming next? And I didn't know what to expect. That entire movie was... It kept me... There was not one moment, and I think with Mando, there were at least 2 or 3 moments, even with Mando, that pulled me out of the universe. One moment was at Coin's Mansion. One moment, and it was good. It was like a whoa moment, but it was like I started thinking about things outside the movie. And Coin's Mansion. Oh, there was that moment in the snowy base as well, with the flipped scene. And then maybe there were only 2 moments in Mando. Maybe. Oh no, the third one was when they first arrive at Delphi base. So all very like early on. I want to say the mansion. The mansion was towards the end of the movie, but the other 2 scenes were early on. Spider-Man, I was locked in. I was completely locked in for Spider-Man. Not one moment did I like break out of the movie, because they don't give you enough time to. They only give you the time they want to, and then they're on to the next thing, which I appreciate. It felt, you could tell it was a passion project. Before we started watching, we got a clip. Hello there, Clara. Hello there. We got a clip from Tom Holland. And I'm sure if you've gone to see Spider-Man this week, you've probably seen the same clip about how like, oh, it was a passion project. They really enjoyed making it. And you can tell when something's created just for, you know, another movie on the shelves, when something's being milked, or where like something's being worked on, and it's not necessarily something that people didn't want to happen. Sometimes you work on something so much that it comes to a point where you stop enjoying it as much as you did when you started. And that happens to everyone. At some point, there is something that you've been doing that you realize you're not enjoying it as much as you were when it started, and then you've got to like put away, stop doing it. But I couldn't find that point from this movie. It felt like the whole thing was just done for fun. You know what I can compare it to? A fan film. You know when you're watching fan films and it's like, oh, they had so much fun filming this. It felt like we were watching a fan-made film in terms of the energy. It never dropped. It never... I also wouldn't say it necessarily peaked. There wasn't one moment that was like, all right, that's like the best part. Walking out that cinema, if you've seen it with other people, you can ask them what's your favorite part of the movie, and I bet most of them will give different answers. There'll probably be a few common answers, and I say a few because, again, there's not just one big plot in the movie either. But I bet there'll be a whole range of answers that, yeah, it doesn't have one point. It's a multi-pointed movie. Does that make sense? Can a movie have point? I guess you've got the 4 points on the corners of the screen, but then it throws you into another one, and who knows where you'll end up. We have a clip for... Oh, what's this? Is this a little light? I don't know. We don't get a close image of the Bugle. It's a little camera. It's a camera. Okay. I like that. Little camera up in the corner. I suppose we can swap this around and have this a bit lower then, and then get... Does a camera not have like a stud connection on the back? Is a camera flat on the back? Or is there something that means we can stick it to it? Because, do I have a camera to hand? If a camera doesn't stud down, what I'd do is I'd use a black jumper here and have that look like it's stuck to the wall. A black jumper and a clear 1x1 tile. That'll look like a camera. That will also stay flatter, but you'll need a... Oh, I didn't grab one. You'll need a 2x2 to be able to fit this at an angle, as we don't have the clip. And then that can be one of Spidey's cameras, which is creepily over the door of the Bugle. Come on, Spidey. What's up with that? Trying to capture... What does Spider-Man show up at the... I guess Spider-Man is at the Bugle in this Lego set. So maybe he's trying to get a shot of either Spidey or JJ walking out the door. Either way. Bugle plaque and a little space for the camera to clip up in the corner. Actually, I might get that the other way around. And we can replace that with a clip and an actual camera at some point, but for now that's pretty good. And then what's next? The big panels I haven't built. So let's see how many of those 1x4s I've got. Oh, we might not even need to bring them all. If I can grab this first pillar. Yes, I got a ton of purple as well. So if anyone wants to see a purple Daily Bugle, smash like. You never know. You never know when a purple Daily Bugle may arise. And I might add, what do we go with for the corner of these bricks? Maybe like a snot brick first off, but maybe a grey? Or do I have a ton of these in one by one tiles? Because I think I have a few, but not a ton. A ton is definitely not a ton. It's wishful thinking, and then some. Why are you off? Why are you off the screen like that? That's annoying. Also, whilst I'm here, let's make sure I've pasted that so I don't lose that piece. Maybe a grey snot brick. Yeah, not enough 1x1s. Only got a hand. Oh, not even a handful. Like a two 1x1s, and that's it. You're excited for your scorpion pop. I've picked up a few pops. I picked up a few pops recently. I was going to show them off. I'm going to save them. I'm going to save them for. I'm going to save them for a video. I've got a video planned for one, and it's not a Funko related video. It's actually a Lego related video that just so happens to fit in. Do we think that a black snot brick's going to work on the side if we build a wall? How many bricks tall? 5? 5 bricks tall. We'll only need 2 of them. But if we build it 3 bricks and then a 4 and then 3 2s and then snot bricks either side of the 4, and I'm thinking like tan 1x1s fit well here. What we could do, is have studs. Some of these can be displays, so some of these can have little display pieces stuck out. Superhero poses mostly, especially on the wall. We'll have a load of the Marvel characters fighting on either side. And then I think tan 1x1s, because we've got the tan accents the whole way up the building, and tan plays well with this brick color. But I don't know how many 1x1s I've got. I want at least 2 on each wall segment. But as this is going up the side of a building, there's going to be a lot of wall segments. Am I right? Let's not lose our page in the instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4 wall segments. Ooh, 4 wall segments. I haven't seen. I think Entertainer in the UK have got Funkos back, but I haven't been seeing too many of the newer Funkos. Like even the Mando Wave, there's only a handful in specific shops. There's a few secondhand stores which are good for Funkos, but I do feel like if I was picking up more new Funkos, and I can't believe I missed out on those Kyber versions. Oh, I can't believe. I didn't think they were available in the UK, and it turns out they were 2 days earlier. Cannot believe it. Maybe plates is good. And maybe if I was picking up more new Funkos, I'd be picking up and looking for more older ones. Because that's just what I'm doing with Lego sets. Picking up new sets that are like unrelated. And it's making me want to build more Star Wars or more Spiderman. Get some more display sets up on the back. All right, there's one. I think you're going to be the lucky box for 1x1s. And I should have a ton of these from... Wait, shouldn't I use Holy Studs though? Or do I keep them black? Let's put this together and see what that looks like. Yeah, definitely more Funkos. More Funkos makes more Funkos, you know. The more I'm picking up, the more I'm thinking about it. So there is our little wall stand-in, which we've made to represent this big old element. either side. We need one for the other side, and that is fit to the wall, but with space for superhero posers. I don't think those black elements look all too bad. Maybe we can try one grey, which is the default, isn't it? Grey corners on walls. I feel like I think the Harry Potter house, the Malfoy Manor, had some grey corners to it. But now that I've said that, am I just picturing Malfoy Manor with grey corners? The Cullen house, which has like none of this, also I can picture with grey corners. That's just my imagination doing the talking. In terms of Spider-Man sets, I think they smashed it. The Hulk one was cool. I think there'll be one more set out later this year, but I don't know how they'd go. I don't know how they'd go about doing it. Lego needs to release more exclusive minifigures, because there are so many figures. Actually, there's not, but there are like 2 or 3 figures we could get from Spider-Man that we haven't got so far. No, they could do. Yes, they could definitely do another set or 2 for Spider-Man, but it'd be a smaller set. So I don't feel like Lego would go about making it. All right, what do we think? There's the grey side, which kind of looks like it's on its own. But the black side, the black is prominent. The black is very prominent. But the grey side... Yeah, I might need to run a poll for this. We've also got brown. Oh, I should have shown you brown. And there's a dark grey, which is an in-between. So let's get those on. And then I'll poll the 4 of them, and then I'll continue building. These walls are basically removable with how easy they are to pop off. Ooh, now that. If only I had dark tan. That might be the icing on the cake. A little dark tan piece would go amazingly. Or a dark grey. Nah, I'm not really feeling dark grey. I feel like the brown is definitely helping though. The brown's a good one. There we go. Let me run a poll. Which one do you like more? Which looks better on the wall? We have, in order, black, dark grey, brown. Okay. Brown, didn't mean to get rid of that, and light grey. Alternatively, let me know a better colour in the comments. I don't think white's going to look good. I will say that. I've got a ton of white. I don't think white's going to look too good, so probably not be trying that. And then I might leave that spare, maybe cover a few of them with 1x1s. Because tan might look good, but I want there to be holes so I can just position figs and not have to worry about taking any of these pieces off, which if we did add, I'll use the green one. If we did add plates, I'd have to remove them every time I wanted to switch around the figures. That'd be awkward. So far, black is chat's favorite. I like it. It blends into the base, doesn't it? And no doubt, I'm going to flick this page and we're going to have more black elements. Oh, looky here. For the balcony, we've got some black elements, but they're on a 2x8, which I think the 2x8 is holding on the next floor. So I'm not going to include the 2x8. Instead, I want some special 1x4s, which might sway public opinion here on the best color of the display. Because the special 1x4s, which colors do I have? Oh, wow, not as many as I thought in black. It's going to be light bluish grey. Huh. Would you look at that? Plot twist. So light bluish grey is going to go on top. That's to hold in the floor. And then again, we don't need the Technic, so I can whack. Really has to be, and it does have to be a corner tan or a 1x2 in tan. And then some 1x1s around. Let me see if I have a corner tan piece. And that's going to hold the whole display together. Hopefully this doesn't stop holding the shelf together. Do I have a corner tan? Greys, purples, oranges, whites, no tan. We do have black. Now black could work as a border, but I also can't get to the black ones. There we go. 2 corners in black. The grey could also be covered. In fact, when does the fire escape start? Because this is the first floor, so this should be fire escape territory, no? Or is that a bit later? It's definitely around here. Oh no, look, there we go. This is where we're building fire escape. Oh, this isn't the next floor. Wait, this isn't the next floor at all. So maybe I shouldn't be adding that specific 1x4. Maybe we need some of the smaller elements instead, and then a corner. Some of those 1x4s. Oh, dark grey has risen in the ranks. Dark grey looking good. Dark grey, black, brown. We could mix it up. We can mix it up, but dark grey's in the lead at the minute, so the base is going to be dark grey. Every time that pole changes, we'll switch up the colour, and who knows, we might have all the colours by the end. 2 dark grey. You know what? Dark grey looks great. I think... No, dark grey wasn't even next to the tan. Dark grey and dark tan look good. Look at that. This camera's had issues focusing. I think it's because the lens keeps falling off, which isn't what you want. But there we are. Dark tan. Dark grey looks good with tan. With dark tan. And with the black, it's a dark... It's got some realism. That's what it's adding. And I think black was too punchy. Black was comic book. Dark grey's realism. Light grey is like live action. Like light grey on the side of a building. Unless it's a light grey building, even then, a light grey building looks very show. It's going to be dark grey, isn't it? It's going to be dark grey. I don't know why I'm pulling dark grey off. Because of how dirty it gets. Unless you're cleaning it. That's where all the taxpayers' money goes in the MCU. Cleaning the side of the DC building. Yeah, I like this. Talk myself into it anyhow. And then we'll cover this up. We'll cover some of these up with holes and such, just to make it look like there isn't 4 holes in the side of the building. So dark grey 1x1s is what I need. But it is a cementy building. Maybe this is paint on the outside, which is why it looks so stylized from the front. And then we said about a black stripe. This is kind of covered. The top half of this is going to be covered. But is black the right call, or should it be dark grey? Maybe this is where we add the black. What's the poll looking like? 20-something% on black. So maybe we add a black round here and then go back to grey. Yes, because the bricks are so odd here. It's like we've just sliced this from the middle of a building. What's next? We've got, oh wait, go back. So they've got the 2x8's actually just holding on the door, isn't it? It's not doing anything that I thought it would. I'm gonna replace the 2x8 with 2 black corner plates and a 1x4. And then what do we have going over the front here? It's a 2x8 anyway. And then what if I recess the Daily Bugle sign into the middle? Wait. Is there a way we can brick build this Daily Bugle sign? Wouldn't that be awesome? The A is the hard part, isn't it? Hello there. Welcome. Can we build Daily Bugle on this? I think we add the corner pieces, then I double the brackets. I add 3 red jumpers and a white, maybe 2 white 1x2s going between to look like it says Daily Bugle. but also so it doesn't protrude out of the building. We are modifying this build, so this isn't going to look exactly how the set looks. But we are still trying to keep it somewhat close so that you could recognize this. So 2 2x2 jumpers, also a 2x2 red tile, and then we need white tiles as well, which I've been talking about for so long. I'm just going to grab the dish and keep it with us, because I think we tried to add these on the side as well. Oh, corner plates, that's what I'm missing. Corner plates, because that's going to support the doors. Otherwise this is a little mess. And then after the corner plates, and maybe some square. No, we couldn't. We need another corner brick. That's what we need. Not corner plates. We need another corner brick in black. Where did I put those? Down here. The worst part is I had another 2 in my hands and I dropped them. There's one of them. The other one. Oh, you've fallen to the bottom. Oh, no. There's a... Well, it has fallen to the bottom. There's another one on top. Oh, saved. Oh, dark grey and light grey are balanced. So I think the next chunk will do light grey. Maybe that's above the foot traffic. And then 2 1x4s on that. The Daily Bugle sign in the middle. And a 2x2 in red. Come on, I know I'm good for it. 1x6 in white. Or 2 1x2s. Because Daily Bugle's 2 words, I think we need to get the 2 1x2s. This is going to look so good, though. We don't see the Daily Bugle in this movie, but we saw it last movie. And, well, did we? Or did we see the banner? Spider-Man. I'm going to put Spider-Man 3 Daily Bugle. I'm sure someone's going to have mentioned that in like a Reddit post. Yeah, so the Daily Bugle... No, that's the Rami movies. It's the triangular building in Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We don't actually see the Bugle, do we? They could introduce it in the next one. They very much could do. But we've only seen the papers, the little store, and the billboard. No sign of any actual Bugle building. So this could be the Bugle from the Holland movies. That's what the front of the Bugle's looking like so far. Just need 2 1x2s to add the little Daily Bugle sign, which we don't have prints of. And I don't want to make any custom stickers, because hopefully we're going to know what this building is by the... I don't know what I'm going to do for the advertisements. Maybe brick build some of the posters. Add some custom brick built posters, which would go so hard on this. That if you could get the brick built posters looking anything like the stickers, that'd be great. Haven't watched anything Marvel related in a long time, or the new Spider-Man movie. Oh, you are going to watch Doomsday though. I would recommend watching Spider-Man, but that's not in relation to Doomsday. You're going to watch Doomsday. What should you watch before for context? Good question. So Doomsday's bringing together some of the old movies and some of the new. I would recommend to at least familiarize yourself with one set of characters, because Moonshoot has smashed it. I think the first movie you have to watch is Fantastic Four. And that's a solid second as well, Moon. Thunderbolts. I think Fantastic Four is definitely top of your list, because once you know Fantastic Four, you can then base the other characters' interactions off of that. And then Thunderbolts is going to be very, very important. I want to say they're the main crew. That's what we're led to believe. They're going to be the main ones. And then Loki, yes, Tinks, nice one. Loki, also very, very important. I'm not sure how much of the previous movies is going to play too much a role. Like, I wouldn't recommend going back and watching Thor. I would stick with Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Loki. What else have we had since Endgame? because there are a few things. Hawkeye you could probably pass. Let me get up a Marvel list of Marvel movies since Endgame. That was the last Avengers, wasn't it? We have had Google absolutely useless. Here's the cinematic universe listed movie by movie. They don't do movies and series together. So yeah, phase one, I wouldn't recommend for this. Phase two, they're all building up to their own big movies. Spider-Man's awesome though, and is in parallel to all these big ones. I will say the only where are we at? Where is phase 4 in the timeline? Wait, phase 4, they don't have the Avengers? Oh, Avengers Endgame. So since Avengers, we've had Far From Home, Spider-Man. Spider-Man might show up, but Spider-Man's movies are very Spider-Man orientated. Very focused on Spider-Man. So you don't need to watch that beforehand. But if you get a chance for the new movie, I would watch it. 100%. Fantastic Four is the one with Galactus. Yes, you know it. Yes, that was so good. So that is the big movie to watch. I wouldn't watch the X-Men as well because I'd probably watch a few videos on the X-Men. And yeah, maybe try and familiarize yourself a little bit with the characters, but not too deep, because even the old movies, the new characters are going to be spun a little differently. So X-Men, as long as you know Wolverine has sharp, pointy claws out of his hands, and I was going to say Vision, Cyclops can shoot lasers out of his eyes. I think you're good on that front. We've got Black Widow. I don't think you need to watch that because I would recommend Thunderbolts. You've also got Shang-Chi. Oh, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, I would, yeah. What did I say? Fantastic Four? What did I say? What did chat say? Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Loki, Shang-Chi, maybe. Maybe. And also, same vein, the second Black Panther. I haven't seen Doomsday, but I think both of them are going to be pretty important. Quantumania? No, that was setting up for Kang. This is Doom, a little bit different. Guardians? No. Marvels? No. Deadpool, Wolverine? That would be a funny watch. But no, not needed. Brave New World? What do you think of Brave New World? That's the only other movie that we haven't added to the list. Is Brave New World... All right, here's the question. Is Brave New World more important than Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, or Eternals? I can't say I did love Brave New World, but I also feel like Brave New World. I don't know. I don't know that it is. I can't say that it is. It's good, but it is its own localized story. I think is why I wouldn't include it. I think it's just too small-minded. That's too small-minded to include in the watch list. Oh, hold on. We've got... Wait, how did they... Oh, we've got another layer of bricks that I completely missed. Okay. And that's on top of this. So that's... Wait a second. How tall is... This was only like 1 plate taller. I'm going to add some 1x3 plates. Maybe get it in black to match. And then these bricks around the outside to go the whole way around. No worries. Definitely going to watch them. They're all on... Are they all on Disney? They are all on Disney+. Have we got Thunderbolts? Yeah, Fantastic Four. No, Fantastic Four is definitely on Disney+. Let me double check. Is Fantastic Four on Disney+? Yes. Okay. It is on Disney+. It's literally your home of Marvel entertainment as well as Star Wars. We need some 1x3s and brackets to hoop down. And then we got some fancy special pieces which go a little taller than this. So I don't know if I'll include dark bluish grey or if I'll push out for a little... No, dark bluish grey is going to look good because we've got dark bluish on the side as well. At the minute, black, dark grey and light grey are all tied. So the next floor is going to be light bluish grey. But yeah, no worries. Hope you enjoy them. Brave New World is the one with Captain America. Yes. With a new captain. Which I'm excited for them. We've got like a... I suppose we literally have the Avengers and then some. That's going to be interesting how the Avengers assemble, because in the comics, the Avengers is like everyone, and not always X-Men and such, but everyone else are the Avengers. That's just how they run it. And now they're all coming together. Some of them just really won't pair up well. Some of them really do not do groups and do squad activities. It's going to be so funny seeing their interactions. I mean, based on the trailers we've seen for Doomsday, the amount of infighting, everyone said that most of the movie is going to be them meeting each other and then we're going to get into the action. I don't think so. Because how Spider-Man dealt with introductions, actually, there's not many characters introduced in Spider-Man, but there's also not many suits introduced outside of fighting. They're brought in through... Even Scorpion's first scene is a fight. It's a fight scene. Enough said about that. Oh, hold on. I also need a 1x8 here, not 1x1s. Because I need to bridge the gap. Maybe a 2x8, but I might get some slopes on the back here. Might get cheese slopes on top and then curved slopes on the back. So I'll swap these out for a 1x8 and bring the whole... Oh, no, wrong drawer. Bring the other drawer over. Slope. And cheese slopes in black. Do we have any 1x2s? Or have they all been used? Because I still haven't broke down Vader yet. So you've watched Fantastic Four. Yeah, Fantastic Four is going to help with... Now that you're familiar with some of the characters, I feel like they're all in their own worlds as well. Like, back with the Avengers, they were all off in their own spaces for Iron Man, for Captain America, and then they came together for the Avengers, which was special about the MCU compared to any other Marvel comics run, which mixed up a load of characters and cameos. Spider-Man's getting a fair few cameos. But with the new phase, they've gone back to like the classic, none of these guys know each other. They're going to come together for a greater good and hopefully take out Doom. But now, this is my theory. This is not going to happen. And I'm rarely right when it comes to Marvel theories. But I will say, the last two-part Avengers we got, we had Avengers, we had... Age of Ultron. We had Civil War, which I would count as an Avengers movie. I think Brave New World should be the third Captain America. But there we go. It is what it is. Oh, that is so snazzy on the inside. Beautiful. Is this in focus as well? Why do I feel like it's more in focus when I raise it up? Let me sort that out. Yeah, we got Infinity War was number 4. Endgame was number 5. And I would say that this Avengers, there we go, that's in focus now. This Avengers is part 1 of Secret Wars. So I think this is going to be like an Empire again, where they don't really come out on top and just barely escape. But don't let that sway you for the movie. Again, I'm rarely ever close to spot on with these sort of things. What do I have that has a 1x2 top that I can nick? Oh, wait. What about ingots? Oh, that's a call. Do I have white ingots? Plentiful. Look at all that white in the ingots tub. So that's for daily. And, oh, power surge. That's for Bugle. Yes. There we go. Welcome back. Remember the Avengers, what Iron Man thought, and the others? Are they now just recruiting new heroes? So the Avengers in the comics, as I understand, I'm not a comics expert, but I have read like a few of, every time someone mentions, oh, this is like that comic, I'll tend to go and like read a bit into it. And the Avengers in the comics was people continuously falling out, dropping off, switching sides, dying off, and they were continuously recruiting new peeps. And that's kind of the case with what they're doing now. They're straying from the original Avengers, which was Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Hulk, and Captain America, led by Fury and Coulson. And then Coulson went off and had, you know, his own heroes. And oh, it looks like they've done a similar, I guess this is built in towers, isn't it? Had his own agents, you could say. And then we also got a few more Avengers. I think there were a load of like part 2s then around that time. Oh, that's annoying that it doesn't go the whole way along. I'm thinking maybe no, because of the slopes we can't get that. We can't get that any. We could get that one lower. We could drop that to here, and then if that's where the base is, yeah, if that's where the baseline is, then we can get a plate one up. Sweet, perfect. But since that first Avengers, we've had a load of people recruited. I think Spider-Man is technically on the Avengers, but they don't remember Peter Parker. So how do they feel about Spider-Man showing up? Is he gone back to a friendly neighborhood and will stay out of it? Like Ultron, because he doesn't like Iron Man. Ultron was cool because Ultron was the creation that, yeah, kind of fought back against being enslaved by someone like Tony Stark. Which is interesting. You never think about that side of things. All right, on the inside here, I want to create a little scanner, which will have moving pieces going up and down. So, easiest way I can think of doing it is getting some studs on the bottom, getting some black bars going up, and then having having Technic bricks or some sort of Technic move up and down. So we'll need 1x6s, round plates, and then for the Technic, we just need like some bars that go up and come back down, almost like a 1x3 Technic would do in this situation. Ultron was also a really good bad because I don't think Ultron had played too much of a role. Like, what I really wanted from Endgame was the Infinity War Thanos, and I still am holding out for Thanos' return for a not Infinity War, that's the movie, for the there was a saga Thanos that I really wanted to see that was like mad powerful and wasn't just the Titan with the 6 Infinity Stones, but it was Thanos traveling the multiverse to collect even more Infinity Stones, which was crazy even for Thanos. But I don't think we're going to be seeing any of that anytime soon. It would be awesome to have gotten something like that though. Nuts. All right. 6 length bars I'm placing with the bar bit at the top so that I can get the plate resting on top. But I'm only going to make this like 3 studs wide so we can actually fit someone on the other side. Maybe even tile off this floor to keep it level. That'd be very handy to do. Just the 1 stud on the inside. The Civil War was interesting. It pit the Avengers against themselves, and Spidey was in that as well. Led to some funny lines. But now that we've got the Avengers, the X-Men, the the original team, Iron Man. Was this from the comics? Because I saw Ant-Man and was like, oh yeah, Ant-Man was the original Avenger, not Hawkeye, according to Rogers the Musical. I can't believe they left him out. That is crazy. But the original Avengers was Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Ant-Man, and the Wasp. And that was comic run, was it? You've got a metal arm. Cool. And he's still got that metal arm, the White Wolf, which is taken from comics. A lot of this is taken from comics, but they never drop too deep with it. They never go too deep into the comics and try to link it to specific stories. They keep back just enough so that it can apply to multiple things. I appreciate that about Marvel. I think sometimes Star Wars tries too hard with its canon, whereas Lucas accepted everything. If Lucas was to be asked a question, he was like, oh yeah, the answer's this. This is how it is now. And there was a part of that that was cool in a sense of it might not have happened, like headcanon. Headcanon's important in Star Wars. It's our way of saying, as a Star Wars fan, it's our way of saying it happened to some person. Like, headcanon is an alternate universe, essentially. And that's what I like about it. That you can just say, oh, that's my headcanon, and now that's its own universe. Whereas Marvel actually has multiverses. Not the game, but the multiverse, like multiple universes, aren't they? I'm going to get some panels to go around the side here because we are not fitting all this around the table. Not with the scanner in there as well. That's taking up most of the space. That scanner. All right, a tile for the chair and a tile for Spidey. And then we'll get some grey. Oh, hold on. Is the chair going to fit on this? Maybe we need some single jumpers. Maybe we need a single jumper in grey. And I have to get a corner tile for the rest of it. Yeah, Marvel does really well with its whole multiverse, and Loki plays on that so well. There's been a few other mentions of it, but I think the movies we've listed, Fantastic Four is going to be important for Doomsday because of the direct link to Doom. Doom's been a problem for the Avengers multiple times, but you know, there's that direct link to what Doom is planning, what Doom is doing. And then you've also got Loki for the multiverses. Shang-Chi is really only for the character. Oh, Thunderbolts as well for the new Avengers. Yeah, that one's important. And same for Brave New World, is really only for that version of Cap. I don't think you'd need to watch it if you already knew basically who Cap was. It's just an introduction. Good introduction though. Oh, do I have a screen, a monitor tile? I might have a printed 2x2 of a monitor that I can get on this desk. Do I? In dark bluish grey. Oh, that's an X-Wing. That's an X-Wing one. There you go. There's a Lego City monitor. Yes. That's the one I was thinking of from the Lego truck. We'll sneak that in there. There's an old piece. The X-Wing visor would have also worked. Not as well. They clip up. Just like we've got the monitor in the set. And there's our little computer to be working away at the scanner. I didn't put anything into scan. That's going to be an issue down the line. And I wanted red. I wanted red to go up and down with it. Maybe I just add a 1x5. Do I have like an L beam that's a 5x3 but single? Single 5x3 perhaps in there. Any 5x3s? Also with the MCU, like Doomsday, there's an expectation that for Doomsday it's going to switch it up and basically like reset. I don't think that's how the MCU works. With the Avengers gone, the world moves on, which is how it works. Like, just because a group of heroes isn't around anymore doesn't mean the world just ceases to exist. But it learns to adapt. And the Avengers inspired so many different people to pick up their mantles and to protect other individuals, that we're now seeing them coming into the spotlight And that's cool. Seeing so many of the newer Avengers like that were inspired by the older ones. Oh, is that gonna raise? We're gonna need to connect these. Maybe a little beam. 4, 5. I want a 1x5. We looked for a 1x5 the other day. I don't think they exist. Either that or we looked for a 1x6 because I've just gone in and straight away picked out a 1x5. Of course I have. Of course I have. And this will be our little scanner. Although, do we only have grey to do it in, really? Nothing else? I'd have appreciated a black, really. I wanted a black. Oh. It would be awesome. If you have a lot, I mean, there's a few months, isn't there? Shall we bring up the Doomsday Clock again? And have a look exactly how long it is. The Doomsday Clock. It is called the Doomsday Clock, isn't it? The Marvel Doomsday Clock. Yeah, Avengers Doomsday Clock. That's what Marvel called it. Avengers Doomsday Clock. We have 4 months, 14, 11, 4 months. So it started a year before the movie come out. 4 months, 14 days, 9 hours, half an hour, and a few more minutes until this movie's out. And Feige confirmed that there will be no theatrical releases between this movie coming out and Secret Wars. Like there's nothing else they've got around the corner. I'm going to need another smaller beam for that as well so that we can get the scanner up. That's oh, fun little Easter egg I've accidentally built into that. With the tiles on the floor, I should have put this the other way around. So that pin needs to go on the back end. But yeah, so Doomsday is going to play straight into Secret Wars. It's going to feel like a part 1, part 2, even if it isn't. And I'm definitely feeling cliffhanger. It's kind of like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. I feel like we're going to be left wanting to know more, and they're going to leave it a full year just to tease and make sure everyone's caught up before the grand finale, which I think they're hoping will be the big climax of the MCU. This is what the MCU's been building to. Whereas Spider-Man, people just want to see regardless. There's no big climax. This is like another Spider-Man movie. What are we on, number 4? And people are still loving it. All right, let's go back to the instructions so we can continue. I've done my little design. I'm going to add some tiles once we finish, because that tiling job is going to be so satisfying. And yeah, we only need the one stud, maybe in the middle. I feel like the MCU deserves a full reboot. I feel like the MCU, because it's got other mediums with it, I think the MCU would probably suffer more under a full reboot. At some point, they're going to have to. I feel like it's inevitable, right? That it's better to reboot it on a high. I agree with that. But also, when is that high? Is that Doomsday? Is the reboot? Is Secret Wars? Wait, isn't it Secret Wars Thanos? What is... Is there a run where Thanos is the baddie of Secret Wars? No, it's not that Thanos. Yeah. I think Secret Wars was always going to be Doom. There was the original plan for Marvel, released probably back in 2019, alongside all the other cancelled Star Wars projects. RIP was for... oh, I can't remember his name. Kang in the MCU. I just watched the X-Men animated episode where that character's a different form, but Kang is the big bad, and then it goes to Doom. But now with Kang out of the line, they've brought in Doom sooner. I wonder how much of this was going to be the intro for the next one, because in the trailer, Thor says about how he's seen people fighting. He's seen people fighting like worse and stuff like that, and they were stronger. I wonder if that was originally going to be the first run, and then they had to switch it up because of, you know, events, shall we say. Are we bricking out the front yet, or are we... Because we're going up one side. That is this. And then there's a window. We've probably got a few... We've actually got some dark green windows kicking around as well. But I feel like the sides... do I want to add windows on the sides? Do I want to keep the sides built up? The building I'm thinking of is pretty alone in like its standing, so perhaps a few windows wouldn't go amiss. But what I'm going to do, instead of adding any frames, because we don't know any colors that I'll be taking on as we go up, I'm just going to add some default windows onto it, and get some... Could get some tan bricks in here. Wait, would that... Oh, wait, so that's the plate, and I'm getting the 4... Oh, yes, I need the 1x4 in the middle, and then the window on top of that. That's the confusing bit. I didn't get the 1x4. And then cheese slope as well. It was a shame what happened with Kang. Yeah, if Marvel wanted Kang, then they would have had Kang. It wouldn't have been the first time they recast a hero or a villain, because Harrison Ford slot into a recast. The person playing Rhodes, I don't remember his name. He was a recast as well, a really good one. I'm happy for some of the recasts that they did. But if they wanted Kang, they would have got Kang in a recast. That for sure would have happened. We've got some black on the sides. I think, did I forget to use one of the big bricks? No, I've got an extra big brick in tan. Before we go too far, can I just pull this off and get that in there? So I've got even more 1x bricks. And then the front is gonna be bricked. All right. So tan at least in the middle, and possibly to a side as well, although we do need a light bluish grey on top still. And that fits with the side pretty well. Shame about that brick there, but there's only so much you can do. What are we looking at for the... Oh, that's the front. Oh, that's the front. Okay. I get it. So I'm going to need a load more of these windows. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if they wanted Kang, they would have recast Kang. I think they chose to go a different way and bring Doom in sooner so that you had that connection for Secret Wars. Surprised. We were meant to have... Oh, yes, is the big bad. I think the MCU is really good. I love it. I love the MCU. Surprised Marvel was able to somewhat get away with a majority of controversies with actors. Yes. The amount of actors the MCU has pulled together, when you look at it, it is quite surprising that there hasn't been more. And I don't want to wish ill on Marvel. Praise them for how well they're doing. But yeah, the amount of actors they've brought together, how on earth have they gotten away with so few casualties when it comes to things like this? Ooh. Wait, is there a gap in the Bugle? There's a gap. There's a gap in the Bugle at the bottom. We can get rid of that gap. We can get rid of that gap. But we had... Surprise Mo. Same with Rhodey, yes. Rhodey's who I'm thinking of, not Rhodes. Rhodey. Wrong name. I'm gonna put 2 plates underneath there. Hopefully we can size up the right ones and then get some... Okay, this is gonna be fun trying to work out what snot bricks we can get away with around here. That's gonna be really fun. And hold on, what's rolling around in there? I think Light Tan had a ton of 1x1s. So I'm going to pull those out. Get 2 of those. Surprised they didn't recast Black Panther. Yeah, after the guy who played T'Challa. It was plastered everywhere. I should know his name. I don't. But after he passed, I think it made sense for the other characters involved, especially when it comes to Doomsday, for them to recast. No, for them to not recast and just push the story a bit further along. Because every recast does knock people back a little bit, but for some characters, it's worth it, you know? So it is a little surprising that they didn't. But then the way the story's gone, were they planning this before? If so, it makes sense why it's been pushed as far as it has. I do not have tan bricks that will line up here. I do have grey. And even then, I only have, what, a single grey? And it's going to be grey on the inside. Well, you're not really going to see this from the inside. At least that's my hopes for it. So, again, we can get away with these. And we just have enough grey to do this first floor, which I've parted out the bottom one here. We've bricked that out, and then we've got the next floor, which doesn't that mean that this should end? Yes, with one of those fancy bricks. All right. So that's another grey snot brick. We could also get a grey snot brick in the windows at the front. And then that's a 1, 2, 3. And, oh, wait, no, why here? Because that's meant to be that 4. Can I push it one more? How much space do we have between? Oh, wait, is this the outside? Yes, this is the outside, which, oh, it's plated in? Well, you could have told me that a second ago. 2 plates and a... Now then, we could use candles. We only need this to be about 3 wide. If we use candles, but what sort of stairs are we adding? Yeah, that's it. It comes down to the stairs. Always down to the stairs. I think we go with what they've done here. Get these stairs in the side. So that's that 1x4 out of there. At least we know that. And that's some black plates. I don't have any of those out, but I'm missing the drawer. What drawers do we have out? Yep, you're gone. Oh, bricks. I've put you too tall. How quickly I was able to figure that out. Thanks for hanging, Mabalas. May the bricks be with you. There's so many recasts that they could have played into. Even Star Wars has had its biggest recast, I want to say, with Ray Stevenson's passing. But there's so many roles in these movies. It's surprising they don't recast any more people. Or many more people. Not like they're trying to hit a recast quota. Oh, please don't start bringing that in. All right, we need the... I'm going to put a 1x3 on top so we can fit some 1x3 panels, because I think I have more 1x3s than I do in 1x2s when it comes to round plates. They've done well. Marvel have done well, and hopefully they can end on a high and keep pushing, because when the Avengers end, I do think that's when Marvel's going to enter their X-Men phase. I feel like we're really building towards an X-Men phase of the MCU. And I'm excited for it. That is going to be so cool. It's going to be awesome. In fact, I'd say I'm as excited for a potential X-Men phase. Because phase 1 is... I think phase 1 is fair to call the Avengers. It's very Avenger-centered. And they were building up to that big movie. That big event. One of the first movies to do that. Like, you had your sequels. But these were standalone movies. Were they standalone? I don't know. A few of them featured in each other's movies, but they were mostly standalone. You could watch any of them and make sense of the story that then come together. And then the Avengers was where they come together. That was awesome, seeing that in Isn't it in did I see that in cinemas? I feel like most of the early Avengers movies I didn't actually get to see in cinemas. Some of them I did. Oh, corners need to be round bricks so that we can get plates on top. That's what I'm going to do here. And I'm only going to whack... how am I going to whack plates on top? If this goes in place of that 1x4, then... Oh, that's awkward because it's right over a window. It's right over a window. Who puts fire escapes? Actually, that's where they need to be. Who puts fire escapes over a window? You can tell I don't live in America. I'd be putting fire escapes on a brick wall. You'd have to go all the way up to come all the way down. Yes, let's not vote me in for president anytime soon. I don't know how I'm going to connect all these. Because even with, is it 1 stud or 2 studs on top? It's going to have to be 2, isn't it? But 2 is too far. And 1 is not far enough. Oh, wait a sec. Where's those Technic elements? Where's those smaller Technic elements? Did I put them away? The 3 corners, the 3x3 corner pieces. These ones. What about those? And then I can get a nipple tile on top and then a 1x3. No, they don't exist. Well, we'll get a 1x3 round plate. Maybe in dark bluish grey. Hello? Maybe. No. 1x3. 1x3s don't exist. I could plate that out anyway. Only I could slide that through the glass. Ooh. If only, eh? Yeah, because this nipple tile will stick up just enough to catch on the Technic. And do I have one of these in black instead of grey? All right. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Technic on top. I just want one for the other side. It's not a perfect connection, but it holds. So we'll do this the whole way up. Keep it the same and try and find a 1x3. I think my 1x3s are in a separate drawer. I think I have these in a 3 because 1x3 Technic axle pin, like the modified beams, they're all different sides of the beam. They're one of the most popular pieces. So surely there's just a flat 1x3. Oh, I got a bag. They're not in a box yet. They're in a bag. That's why I couldn't see them. They're at the back of the drawer. Do I have dark bluish grey? Give me a few, please. So I should probably turn off the doomsday clock. That's still ticking in the background. There we go. Had it playing on 2 screens. And that is pretty cool. That little... that use of Technic on the stairs is really nice because it also gives a chance to add little plant pots on the side. Do we add anything on this one, or is it just a plain boring old fire escape? Let's add a little plant pot, a brown stud, and well, a brown stud with a hole in. Your dark red. Brown stud with a hole in, maybe a leafy green as well, or a little. Oh, you know what? No, it's not going to be green. It's going to be light tan for the dead plant that everyone says they'll look after and ends up forgetting about, leaving it on a windowsill, or in this case, a fire escape, and letting it dry up in the sun. That is for all of you that have done something like that. I think everyone's done something like that to a plant. Not on purpose, but accidents happen. You forget about it, you water it one day, and then it's gone the next. There we are. Just need another window in the middle, which I want to plate out, but I think having the connection in between is going to be enough for this. Yeah, that's going to be enough. What do we do on the side? 3 2s and a 4 with another grey. How's the poll looking? Oh, we've got our first votes for brown. Oh, wow. Everyone else is tied, but brown is starting to take the lead. Do we add a little brown snot bricks. Guilty as charged. Oh, why is there a wilted rose emoji? Who designed that? I think it's just meant to be a just your average rose, but that definitely looks a bit more wilted than most roses. Oh, I've done it with tomatoes. I've done it with a few different things. And then floor there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the 7th, like 6 bricks. 6 bricks is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many bricks does a minifigure need to stand? Spidey, come here. How many bricks do you need to stand? This is a 5. Actually, I've got a ruler for this very thing. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and space for the stud on top. So 6 is perfect. We should keep this ruler out so I can use that when needed. And now we can introduce the next couple of figures. Get another special 1x4 brick for each side, so 2. And now we're going to be running with the we haven't used black yet, so I think this floor is black and then the final floor will be brown. We've ended up using all of the different colors. And why black on this floor? I think it fits with the fire escape. It's going to blend in nicely to that. Also, I've started building. Hold on. First off, the front, we need to add all of these little details, including the slopes that I wanted to get in white, but we're running with tan. Where are they? Are they in the back? Yeah. So these are for the front slopes. We also do not have those rounded pieces. Do we? Do we have any of those arches in tan? No. I know I've got a few other colors. No, not really. Not really in tan. So we'll grab some tan. Oh, we've already got tan tiles and dark tan plates. We've got a few more. We've got a whole tub of 1x2s. I say a few more. We've got a whole tub of 1x2s out there. So that's a 1x10. I'm going to do a 6 and a 4 on the bottom. 6 to cover most of it, and 4 to fill in the gaps, and then probably run a tan plate up the side with a tan tile. Also, this is meant to be a lot lower than it should be, so this is not meant to be there. You're meant to be connected to the slopes underneath it. No point making this modular. So we'll add the next bit as it goes. We don't want the tops to come off too easily. I guess stopping it from being modular means we do get to have that added stability of the model not completely falling apart if you try and take one of the floors out. And the floors are removable, which is going to make it so much. That's something I'm borrowing from. What's the last model we've built? Probably the Disney TV gift with purchase that had the whole floor that could pull out, rather than having to take the build to pieces just to get your hand in it. As someone with quite large hands, that is the biggest problem I face with Lego sets. Actually getting inside the set. And then some, it says only a 1x4. I think it goes the entire way up. But out of curiosity, do we have any 1x4s? Yes. 2 of them. A jumper in dark tan. Sure, we've got a few of those. Again, maybe used mostly in Yavin though. So do we have them dotted about? Or am I going to have to steal those from Yavin? Oh, hold on. We've got some better ones. We've got some tan ones as well. There's some brick coloured ones, which I know dark tan is the whole theme of the bottom of the front. But these ones, oh, too big. Oh, don't tell me they're too big. No. Oh, no, they are too big. Oh, that sucks. Well, what about corner tan tiles? Instead of adding that rounded one in the middle, which creates a nice shape. What if we invert it and add 2 corner tan tiles back to back, facing the opposite way? I'm going to have to pour these out to get more, but something like that. And then that's still revealing the tan in the middle. That might work. If I pour a few in, I'll get to see them on top. There we go. 1, 2. We only need 4. I don't even need to pour them, as long as none of these are fleshy colored. Didn't even need to pour them. Result. But I do need to flatten them with a brick separator. Otherwise, it's going to bug me as well as most of yous watching. I also want to get a little backpack or something off the fire escape. So we've got to have another stud connection. That looks pretty straight. Quite like this Bugle, how it's running so far. Another camera, really? Another camera. I'll build the desks at the end. That's going to be the easiest part. Ooh, a ladder up to the... Oh, that's a ladder that can fold down. I forgot to add the bar on the inside for the ladder to fold up. But I also don't have much room for a ladder on the inside. We've only left enough for one of the newer ladders. So I might have to print one of the newer ladders, the Minecraft ladders, or see if they're already existing in black, and get something up the side. Yep, that's the side on. Bag 5 is the next floor. I think we've got a very similar build, especially with the studs. They've sunk that up to match, haven't they? Because we added, what did we add? Some plates and tiles on the top. So these snot bricks do align. This is our black section. We do have some black snots for the outside, but I want to secure the windows before we do any of that, because we've got the 2 plates and the brick, which gives us 5 plates before the windows come back, which is another 2 bricks. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 bricks before the windows come back. How are we going to... Oh, yeah, 2 bricks and a plate. 2 bricks and a plate will get it back to height. So let's run a few of these along. We've got 1, 2, 3, and then we've got our... Then we've got our 2s. Wait. Our 2s will have to be 1 in. But that means that this isn't a snot brick. That means this is a 2. That's a 2 round the side there. And that connects right around the front. Despite the fact that most of these are going to be covered, it'll create a nice little brick design breaking through some of the tan work. Yeah, that left one's definitely going to be completely covered. Where are the windows? Get some more of those. 1. Oh, that window's on a separate brick. We go 1, 2, 3. And if we have 2 of these in brown for the top and 1, 2 of these in brown for this floor, we've still got enough brown to work our way around. That couldn't have worked out better, except for the fact that we need 1 plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2. 1, 2 snot brick. So 1 plate and a snot brick we need. 1 plate, a snot brick, and then this, and a 1 plate, a snot brick, this, and a brick. I think that's how it's running. So any brown snot bricks is the next question. And we could even flip one of these round for the inside, or tan. Oh, but is tan and brown going to clash? We'll find out. Tan facing forward. We need a plate underneath as well. So tan plate, tan brick, brown brick, and then tan regular brick. Let's hope that gives you enough studs to connect to everything. And then a window on top. Let's see if it's leveled out. And if so, we can continue with the outside. I will say something that's suspicious with Marvel and Star Wars and Disney right now is with Blade looking to be off the market and a load of Star Wars shows being cancelled as well. Disney have pulled a lot of shows off the market. They have stopped a load of shows one way or another. And I can't help but wonder if there is another reason behind it, another reason as to why. So it can't be coincidental that so many shows have been stopped right now. I know they're building up to Secret Wars. I don't know what else they've got in the works, or if they're just trying to cut back. Maybe movies aren't making what they used to, and they're still trying to work things out. But like, the movies don't cost, the shows don't cost as much as the movies to run. Obviously, they're not making as much money because of it, but they're still making a lot of money. We're talking Disney here. So is Disney, like, what's up with Disney pulling the shows? Why are Disney switching things out? Where are our live action shows going, Disney? The mouse is taking them, and we don't know where they're putting them. Where's Mickey putting them? What's he doing with them? Look at the front. Look at the front of the Bugle. This is going to be an amazing display piece. I think we've got enough studs not to add too much to the front. Oh, fancy little double window. I forgot about the side windows. So if this is where the floor is, we need one more layer of bricks on each side before we can get to the windows. And the windows are, let's lay this down if you won't break. The windows are missing. Let's dig around. It's like hunting for gold, trying to find these windows. I need a gold palette so I can just shake all the other ones away. 4 windows per floor. I think that's good to keep up with, because that gives us enough bricks to hold the rest of the building. We've got 2 bricks on the inside. I think we might need a few more for the final floor, and then some black snot bricks to hold our heroes. That's going to look so cool when we've got all the heroes coming out of the bottom. So it's window, bricks, window snot. But Lando, I know Donald Glover had a busy schedule for a run there. Does that mean Lando's cancelled? Because we haven't heard much more on that. And the thing is, these movie companies, Disney, will not come out and say, oh yeah, this isn't happening anymore. They kind of will. Directors will. They'll get directors to speak out, and sometimes the blame gets put on like directors and such, which is not fair whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, they only wanted to make these movies in the first place to have a little bit of fun with them. And then this can hold together. And I will be putting a black snot brick up here. Otherwise, we'll have no heroes dancing around the fire escape, which I've forgotten again. Good thing that that's 1x4 that just pops out. And I think I'd even get a clip hidden on the bottom to add the Minecraft-styled ladder underneath. 2 more headlight bricks. I still can't get over how good Spider-Man was. Like, the way they're telling stories now is so much different from Iron Man. There's no longer just that one plot that we're following along with. There is so much more going on. It is hard to keep up with. Do I have enough to keep doing the same for these fire escapes? I've only got 2 more. But at some point I'm going to start running out of... Oh wait, I've got 1x4s. Oh, no, you won't work. You don't have holes the whole way along. And I do have some 1x2s. Maybe I should go back and swap out that 1x3 for... Oh, wait, what do I have here? 1, 2. I need 1 more. If I've got enough 1x3s, which I think that is enough. 1, 2, yeah. Then I'll just continue it forward from here. But I did use 1 more 1x3 than I had to. Get some 4x4s, 1x4s. I'll grab 2 and do 2 balconies so that it's ready for the next one. Do I have the 1x4s on the table? Or is... Nope. 2, 1, And then we need some more of the candles and stuff. We've kept those out. And then this will be built up. It's window height, which feels right from what I've seen, at least. But you could always drop it down one by moving one of the 1x4 plates below, and even move it down a few bricks. There are so many bricks on the side of this. You could drop it down as low as you wanted, but we were replacing this brick, which is this one. Yeah, I should have put a 1x4 on top. This does not hold together without that 1x4. There we go. And then that's another side. Oh, I don't need to do it that side. I just need to do it on the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now for our final floor. That has worked beautifully. Very, very beautifully. I've noticed with 3D printing, just to throw it out there in case anyone sees this clip and has a similar thing going on. With the 3D printer, when I do longer prints, it gets to a section, maybe you don't have a 3D printer and you know what's up. It gets to a section where the 3D printer, the LCD screen, it's not LED, it's an LCD screen, I think, turns off and worries me for a long time, however long the print is. In this case, it could be a few hours, but it just shuts down. And it's one of the most worrying things when your 3D printer screen just stops. My first thought is, okay, it's going to blow up. That's where my mind races. Okay, that's it. It's going to blow up. We're done for. It doesn't blow up and we're still here however many times later. But that's like the first thought of it. The banner should be on the outside. I get the screen. I'm going to put a banner on the outside. We'll keep the windows as they are. And actually, that's the perfect spot for a banner, isn't it? Yep, we've done this already. Kind of. We haven't finished it, but we're there. We're almost there. Oh, what's that? Oh, is that bit? Wait, that goes in. That goes in behind. Okay, now I don't understand. Now I don't get what that is. That's cool that we got a little cache safe. So we've got lines and there's a little like backdrop. I guess they're Mysterio's drones. Okay, that feels extra still. Gives a 3D effect. I like that. I like that. Picasso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then there's the billboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that stops it there. I suppose a 1x6 tile goes up to that, yeah. So that tells us what we'll need there. Come on, give me another. I actually don't need a third, but I want the symmetry from having, I suppose, a 1x2 and a 1x4. That also works. And don't I have another tub of these tiles? Because I have so many from the Master Builder's Cantina. Or do I not? Is that it? No way, that's it. How many tubs am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4 tile tubs. We've got tan, white, red, and brown. Wait, that is actually all of my tan tiles. I don't think I've put away most of Moss Isley. So do I even have any 1x4s left? Come on. Come on now. Now that I've got to have. Or not, just what, 1x3s? Also, this is going to extend a bit further, so I could use 8s. But that's not going to matter. I don't have that many 8s. What am I using all my tan? Okay, I turned around and saw Jabba's display, the Salvage display, but the Salvage display only uses 2x and a few 1x. There are a few 1x, but they're most... No, actually, there's only 2 corner plates. 2 corner tiles, not plates. 2 corner tiles. I don't think I have. I didn't tile off. I kind of did tile off the Tatooine display where we made Anakin jump, but not that much. Not that much I didn't. I'm going to include, there is a vent up here. So I'm going to include this. Oh, hold on. I've missed the vent. The vent should be brick built. So the vent is in white. White snot bricks, which are out, and a grey grill, which is an air conditioning unit, which we need in this heat. In this heat economy, we need the aircon. We need the aircon on. We need to make sure that's plugged in. And it also fits under the window, which is really nice because I don't have to remove anything else. But I could drop it and knock it off anyway. I guess that works too. Where did the other one of you go? We've got two of you and only one of you. Oh, you're on the wrong side. So you're not missing the plate. Oh, I see you. Yes, it was in the tub. Let's keep you up until we've secured you in with builds. I do want to add something to the side. I'd start off with 2s this time and then go with 4s and build this the same. Hold on now. This can't be built the same because on the front we've got a brick there already. So that's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, it is built the same. It is literally built the same, just the next row will be the same as the bottom. Sweet. Okay, loving that. And then add, because we've got the tiles going up the side, a black snot brick so that we can get a little superhero posing out the front, because that is what we're missing. And the last 3, I think we're going to need more of these on the side, like immediately, because now we're going to brown snot bricks. But on the side, it doesn't matter if we use the 1x4s or the 1x2s. What really mattered on the side was the fact that we were building up in this pattern so that we could get that brick aesthetic and also those posers in. All right, that locks the door in at the bottom. We needed something to lock it in at the top. Oh, we don't have that until the top. We really relied on that, didn't we? Towards the start, to have that 1x2 across. I might have to flip this then and remove both snots. Oh, imagine having to remove both of them. Oh, we might have to. I don't think I've got a choice in the matter. We need that security. We need to have that. Otherwise, the whole tower goes kaplunk. We don't want that. We don't want the tower going kaplunk. Not this late in. So we'll lock. And that window does need the support. This is nothing like building the real Daily Bugle, I will say that. Oh, and we got the 3 2s. I think we did that before anyway. Do we actually have any more 1x4s to hand, or are they all 1x2s? I think there's probably 1 or 2 of the 4s. Yeah, I can already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 1x4s. But the more of these 1x2s we use, the less we have to put away. Also, hold up. This is the next balcony. Whilst we're there, that's the balcony. Let's not forget it. Here's one I built earlier, and I'll fashion those. And then we've got 6 bricks to the top, but we also don't know what's exactly at the top. Oh, look, another little... Well, that's the Rhino, which you could switch out for... You could switch these two, Rhino and Magneto, on the outside. Wait, you're telling me the print hasn't even started? Filaments there, right? You're not out of filament yet. No, we're good on the filament front. The filament has been extruded. I just said that the filament has been extruded. Why have you stopped an hour into a print? All right, it's got a little heart shape of filament. Oh, there you go, it's extruding again. Yeah, the filament has been extruded. Cool. The fact that it asked twice is worrying though. Yes, there we go. It's back up. Oof, crisis averted. So we built that. There's another little aircon unit, I think. Halfway up the tower, or not halfway up. Or was it just this pattern brick that I was looking at? Oh, it was just a pattern brick. I don't know why I thought that was a grill. Plus, that's on the inside anyway. That wouldn't have been a grill. I'm going to steal that desk, though. That's a snazzy little desk. Tiny and old. Maybe I'll make it a 2x4. So tempted to build those desks now. We got a minute before that because we need to find where these tiles are coming from. These tiles are awkward. That's what they are. They are awkward because I don't have these sort of elements. We could have exposed studs up the left and right hand side. That would at least give us a 4. Or cheese slopes. We could try. I don't think there's enough space to get the cheese slopes up though. We could give cheese slopes a little try. Or we could run with a different color completely and do like a tan. Maybe a tan frame. Oh, yes. A tan frame is where it's at. We've got more 1x6s if I need them in the other drawer. We've got 4 4s, which is 16, which does not add up to any sort of multiple of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's an awkward little bit here. Not a big fan of that, but 6 times 4 is a good number. We can just frame the whole thing straight up. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Swish and flick. And we've already got the plates out and all. And this I'd go with 6 4s is a stretch. What if we have a little black outline? What if we have, what was it, 6 4s, yeah? So 3 1x8 either side. And we outline them with black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't need those extra 2. So 1, 2, wait, we're going an extra 3. I think we've made ours a little shorter than typical. Well, you know what, we might make it. We might just make it. And we can build it as high as we want, so we probably are going to make it. And then I'll put, can we get a 6? No. We'll put 4 on for now. That should hold the front together. And then we've got, what, an extra... We want a 6x6, which doesn't cover this side. Oh, hold on. We need an extra little stretch up there. Ooh, that's going to be awkward because I don't have another 1x8 in tan. So I can reach with a 4 and hope that something's going to catch it. And I can slide another 1x2 in there. And then for our 6x6, what sort of 6x6s do we have? What are we working with when it comes to a big tile like that? I've got a few prints, I'm sure, and a few like Han and Carbonite. What if we just stick Han there? Got a face for the ads. And Star Wars. Yeah, there's a few printed plaques. I think I'd probably be best coming out with a custom sticker. Maybe add something for Brand New Day as well. And keep it up for all the new movies. Come back for Doomsday and reinvent it. So we need a 6x6 tile. That went in the wrong drawer. Where did I put that? Wait a second. I put that where the bricks were. Everything's going where the bricks are. It's just such a handy spot to slide a display in. Any 6x6s running like grey? Dark bluish grey, light bluish grey? Any 6? Oh! You look like you're a 2x6. Do you have more? Do I have 3 2x6s? That's a 6x6. God, yes. I can see you. I don't know what I got you from. I'm happy that I've got some combination of a 6. A bunch of 1x6s would be so flimsy. This can be, oh wait, can this even be used? No, I can get one. I can get two. Hold on. Hold on. 1, 2, and that's half. Wait. Does that mean I can get some of the smallest bricks in this gap? If I take this one off, can I replace it with the small, with these guys? No, these guys don't work, do they? Because it has to be this but flipped. Anything with the stud flat to the bottom. Ah, I thought for a second we'd made it. And these also, same issue. They don't work, except for the fact that a snot brick would if it was raised one. If it was raised by a plate, right, a snot brick, no, because it needs to be raised by 2 plates, because that's only half. But that's, oh, so I'd need a plate and a half between the snot brick. Ah, why? Why have you done this to me? Let's piece this back together then. No combination's gonna work. I don't even have a 4x6, or like 3x3s wouldn't work. I couldn't use any manner of that. Although, no, again, the problem with the top. We need the opposite of the element I just got out, so we can slide these in. Or another snot brick. Could get a snot brick instead of that window, and then a clear brick on top. That would hold it in. So I have a few clear 1x2s. I've used quite a few of them, but I should have at least one. Oh look, one right on top, and then a brown 1x2. Oh, even better tan, yes. Even better tan. And this will have to be one of the darker rooms. Because as well as the air vent on the bottom, we've taken half the window off just to connect these panels, and that is the same height. So we'll connect them vertically, and I'll get a little display to go on that. But, oh, at least we've got it connected. This is the Daily Bugle after all. We need our display. We can't go without our display. And that's on top of the snot brick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more plate. And then we, at the minute, it's 1.5 plates. So we're 1 plate away from another snot brick. That's where our 1x and all these ones come in. So our 1x1, we'll get some 1x2s for the edges as well, and build that up to its full height. A plate on top. We'll go further than these snot bricks though, because we want to make up the full height of the Bugle, which gives us some space to do a little roof with a ledge around the outside. All buildings in New York aren't just flat roof. They've got that. They've always got a way to the roof, which for most is probably a fire escape or maybe a door on the top of the building. I feel like that's also linked to the fire escape. So one in there. Hey, look, it connects to that stud. Handy having that. You're going to drop down. And then you're one too far over. Something like that. Is this window territory already? The windows are very low in this building. And I don't know if that's a Bugle thing, because they're actually low on the official set. They're low. A lot of figures sitting down, not many standing. That'll contribute to lower windows for scenes. Also, I guess windows are pretty, like when you're standing, a window does seem pretty low. There's the first floor, 3 more. And I ordered all these windowed elements years ago. Years and years ago, for if I ever made a Daily Bugle. And here we are. This is the Daily Bugle that I'm creating. I'm using, I mean, I've got 100+ windows, but I'm using a lot of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only got 8. I need 2 more. I got 10 per floor, and we've got 1, 2, 3. That's only 30 windows. It's nowhere near as many as I thought I'd use. But I did think I was building the big one day, and I'm happy that Lego have come out with one that looks just as good. I don't even need that window, and it's transparent. Ah, where'd it go? Spent ages looking for that piece if I didn't get it then. So, the final floor, we've got our black exteriors to go with the brown on the outside. You sure about that? You sure we said black on the top? I think black was meant to be the one below. Hey ho. That's only 4 studs. We've got more studs leading to the roof. But for now, this will lock in most of the tiles we need. We got 4 studs on top, which 4 studs is 10. So that's 3 more bricks and a tile. One of those bricks is going to hold up the base, right? One of those bricks is going to hold up the base. Yep, one of those bricks is going to hold up the base. So then the other, we got 2 bricks. Basically, a roof with 2 brick sides, which is just 1 brick taller than the windows. That's going to work perfectly. I don't think I'm going to include any more snot bricks on the outside unless we need support for these tan pieces in the middle, which I think we're going to need. Spoiler alert, I think we're going to need all the support we can get because, yeah, it's not looking great, is it? From the front, it actually looks like a really good display, and it's a really tall build as well. I wasn't expecting this from the Daily Bugle. I was expecting like a sizable build, but I just wasn't expecting it to be this sizable. This is more than sizable. This is decent. It's as tall as the Juggernaut seemed to be long, having built that. That's what it feels like. And any more 1x tiles? We've just got, what, the 3s? The 3s are... Hold on, wait. The 3s might actually help. I'm laughing here. But don't we just need 4 3s? Because then we've got the roof. And even then, do we even need these 3s? We haven't looked at anything going on the top floor. But it is built very, very similar, except for the fact we have snot bricks and jumpers. And we have the same thing at the bottom. So I am going to need the same thing at the bottom. They've got some more slopes as well in the middle, which might work around here. If we've got some smaller tan slopes, I don't think the slopes are still out. If I can find some smaller tan slopes. Oh wait, the slopes are still out. There you are. Then we can hook some in on top of the display, but keep it. Oh look, there's one. I do have smaller tan slopes, and I have so many tan slopes. Where I got some of these from a make and take. And maybe they were on the BAM wall, the pad wall at some point in a Lego store. I know the white ones are. That's where I got all of those from. But I don't remember the tan ones being there. So I'm happy that if I did, that I picked up some of them. But I need 1 more of these slopes. And maybe a 1x... Oh, no. That's perfect. Just 1 more of the little slopes. And I'll be able to fill it in as we'd like. I'll be honest, chat. I don't think I have another one of those tan. Oh, I do. Never give up. Never give up. Never surrender to the slopes. Because as soon as you do, you will find the piece. We said that last stream. We said that last time we were building something about keeping your head held high. That is not meant to go in there. Because the minute you stop looking is the minute you find the piece you're looking for. And that was just proof in the pudding. I'm going to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, a 4 and a 6. We don't need any of those longer elements. And I'm going to do the exact same as the bottom. In fact, mirroring it as well. So the 6 is on the right and the 4 is on the left. We just need 6 more of those tan there, the skin fleshy ones that I wanted to avoid. Is that flesh as well? Crazy, we just pulled out 3 right away. They look like, the fleshy ones look like white. So that's an easy distinction. Ah, are you tan? Please be tan. Please give me one. Yes, yes. Hallelujah. All right, I'm going to end the poll because now we know that it's going to be brown on top. And any more tan pieces? Any more your flesh? Why have I got so many fleshy corners? When did I end up? I know Dobby had like one spare. When did I end up with the rest? Or am I just picking the same fleshy corner? Okay, that's blue. Every single time. We're halfway there. Way. Oh, 4. We're on a roll. 5. 1 more to go. 6. And no fleshy corners in sight. I'm done with those. Not building a Dobby again. The only Dobby I've built is the minifigure one as well. And that didn't have any fleshy corners. So that 1x3 is not needed. That's going to finish off our design on the side. And we're going to have to add something to the front. Add something to the roof. Maybe more slopes and maybe more of these corners. I think we could even build the roof out a little bit. I can't remember how they stole this roof. But it's nice having the slopes so close up here and not a lot of space between them. Creates a nice slope on the side. What do we have on the roof? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So we've got 4 plates of work. We could do 1x2s and then have the top black, but run that like on the inside here. Have that. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then have the slopes. Basically how they've done it, but have it so that there's an emphasis and we get some bricks between it for actually, yeah. So we get some bricks between it for the roof. All right. Now we've just got to finish this up with windows on the ground floor, on the floor that people are going to be looking in at. We need some more tan bricks. We need 3 more tan bricks so that we can cover the right hand side. Or brown to the left, and we'll swap those about. I've got another tub of these as well. I got so many different tubs of tubs. So many tubs of tubs. So many different parts tubs for the same elements. But it would be handy condensing these at some point. All right, no tan in my hand. What about under my hands? No, I don't think I've got any. Oh, dark tan. I don't think I've got any more. Won't need that as well. And pieces. Did I knock a brick out? Just dark tan. Oh, is this a tan piece? Any piece helps. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And there's some dark tan elements. So you on the outside works well. What else have we got? I could hide a backpack. This is like the top fire escape, right? Oh, there's a ladder. Perfect. I'll add that as the ladder holder then. We'll add a double snot brick and I'll add a black 1x1 just underneath it. Or no, tan. Why am I adding black? Tan 1x1 underneath it a bit. We've got to add, anyone that's played the Spider-Man games knows we've got to add a backpack and get that hidden around. Yes, yes, yes. These bricks this side. Okay, we then add 2 layers of bricks on top, and that will have some more connections for our heroes to be posing on. And then we've got our roof, which is 1 layer of you know, setting the base out, and 2 layers of building a wall to support. We haven't planned for the roof. I might build a little helicopter pad. And there's also space for a banner, which I do have a load of those elements from UCS plaques and such. Oh, there's also a plate. So this is where our plate comes in, is it? Ah, I didn't plan for that. So we could build the roof 1 lower even, because we'd have to add some sort of panel to it. Maybe a little ledge for people to sit on the inside, not the outside. Or we could slope it up to the back. But first off, let's grab our roof base. And I know we haven't finished the windows just yet, but that's just going to be a another window to height. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oops. How much fell off? Come on, what's the damage? What's the sitch? Nothing. Even the camera's still there. Okay, this thing's solid. You can push it over and it survives. You don't need more than that. I'm going to add a black piece. Oh, it's a plate taller. It's a plate taller than I want it to be. So it does stick out the top just a little bit. They can be skylights. They can be skylights way up high. And then we need like a 1x3, preferably. But I know that we're going to get the connection up top. So 2 1x2s in black. We'll go for real plates so that I save some of those rounded off plates. We've used enough for the sides, the fire escape. And then we do need some more snot bricks on the inside. Oh, I wanted to add multiple slopes. I don't think that's going to work with the design that Lego have. The slopes would have to be on the outside, which means we'd have to turn the top 1x6s into 1x2s. We still have that around. Any 1x2s in here? Oh, sure, no problem. There's one. And there's got to be, if we've got one in here, I feel like we've got another. I wouldn't just leave the one. Yeah. And then we'll add the 1x2s on the outside and probably build out the middle one then, so that it's level with these. That was easier than I thought it would be. And I don't know why I thought it so difficult. Where's the third fire exit? 1, 2, 3, and a ladder to the top. Sweet. Might even bring down this side a little bit so that the ladder can go over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this would be 5. So I'll have a tile on top of that and then bring that up the other side. 1 slope, 2 slopes, something to center you, which is a jumper. And then, yeah, the slopes aren't touching all the way down. This one's going to be on a 1x4 as well. 1x4 in black with a 1x2 tile. And I like in Spider-Man and I think it goes for New York. It's the same when anything's set in London. There's always a fancy look to the buildings. And it's a mix of the older designs that has been updated over the years and all the different architecture styles being like meshed. I don't know if this is a reference to any specific Daily Bugle or if this is also, this Lego set is a mix-up of many different designs. Look at how sleek this building looks. Hello there, Bevel. You're not too late. We are still building the Bugle, which I'm going to have to lay down again whilst we're working on the front so you can get a good look. Still constructing the top end of it. If I can find these 1x2 plates. Inspired by Spider-Man. So the outside of this, again, is bugle shaped. The bugle doesn't show up in Spider-Man. You didn't miss it. It doesn't show up. For a person that doesn't buy any sets, I can actually build any set. I like playing Minecraft in creative mode. Thank you, Bevel. I love that. I love that way of putting it. Oh yes, I will find a way to build any set and add some slight modifications, like the fact that we've gone from dark grey to black on the top. I just need one more 1x2 and then we can add that in the center. There's one in here, I know it, but I didn't put away my tan tiles before getting these out, so I've just got handfuls of black tiles dotted around. All right, come on, where are you, 1x2? There might only be one more. There might actually be none. All right, let's get the other tub. I might have exhausted those 1x2s. Good thing we didn't use any of them earlier. The next, I don't think there's any in here. Imagine if there were a handful in here. Oh, there's one. We only need one so far. And if we need any more, we've got a third tub to look through. All right, I love parting these sets together because there are some modifications that we just wouldn't make with the set. There are some things that we just don't have the parts for, or maybe I've seen it in a separate way. I mean, you've probably seen, if you've stayed through this chat for a while, you've probably seen more of this screen than you have the actual instructions, just where I've gone back and seen how far we can push it. We haven't even finished the third floor. We've done all this. We've done all this looking at the set, and it is built very, very similar to the rest of it. Like the sides here, they've missed the back because they need space for the ladder. We're using a smaller ladder, so we can keep that back out there. We're not fussed with that. Plus Lego, they don't even need to add the ladder. That's, whoa, that's a sick water jug. I've got to find a space for that in our daily bugle. That water jug it uses a headpiece as well, but that would work with just a round 1x1 brick, would it not? With a tooth and claw. Side mission, let's build the water jug. It's not a distraction, it's a side build, is what we call it in the Lego space. I'm not distracted, I'm side building. I'm not distracted, it's just a call out in the instructions. It is a call out as well. Henry Cavill announced he's creating a live action Warhammer series. He said he wanted to ages ago. How has it taken this long to get into it? He loves Warhammer. Yeah, hopefully it's got a few movies as well, franchise and everything. There we go. A little water pitcher. How cool is that? It looks like a claw on display. It's not. It's a water pitcher, and I will hide that in the mark somewhere. Just got a Disney Plus message that you can't get 4K streaming anymore. HDR is not available. You can ask for a partial refund. 100% doing this. I don't think I've ever watched. I had a mate that got a 4K TV and like sold it after a week because it just, I don't know, we couldn't see the difference. I understand people wanting like the latest tech. And Bevel, don't you upload to YouTube in 4K? I guess you've probably got a 4K monitor. I'm still rocking 1080p 60 frames, and that's the most they'll get out of me. I suppose for Disney Plus, that is actually a bigger thing than I'll make it out to be, because people spend a lot of money on 4K, and the only streaming service that I would subscribe to if I had to pick one is Disney. So, tooth as a coffee pot, insane, isn't it? I feel like the instructions just brushed over that. There needs to be a little arrow. This piece is usually used as a dinosaur tooth, but instead we've made it a coffee pot handle. Like, what? Excuse me, go back. Coffee pot handle? Really? That is sick. I'm surprised I didn't see that in the French caf. A little bit. I'm also not too surprised because the French caf was full of everything else, but I'm a little bit surprised they didn't take advantage of that. How high are we going for this wall? So I need a row of snot bricks up top. We can get there just by building. Is it regular wall or have they darkened it? They've added some grey. That can look good for the top one. So I'm going to do one row of bricks. We've dropped, again, on its side, we've dropped the whole roof down by one. Oh, I forget about this bottom bit. Well, at least you're staying in there. We dropped it down by one so that we could still get some of this detail in. So we could still see some of these bricks on the roof other than just a grey slab and a few plates. That does mean we have to be careful with what else we use. So bricks up the side and then grey bricks up front. If we've got bricks up the side, that's only 4, 5, 10. Well, do I have a 1x10 in grey? Is that an element we have? Oh, I've got a 1x10 in black. In black. Not grey. Come on, 1x10s, show yourself. It's now or never. This is the only time you'll be used in a mock. I think I can. Oh, I've got a 1x10 in red, a 1x10 in black. And previously we've parted out 1x10s just by using a 6 and a 4. I'm going to have to 6 and 4 it. Oh, 1x10 would have been amazing. But we've got black on the outside, so we can't have a black backdrop for a black brick. We needed that grey. That's a shame. A small shame, but a shame nonetheless. Oh, just built the coffee pot yourself because of this stream. Awesome. A French caf wouldn't have that kind of American style coffee pot. Hello there. That is a good point. that is a good point. They offer a partial refund, so you can always try. Sky pay for Disney Plus. Sky in the UK pay for absolutely everything. They pay for Disney Plus. They pay. What else do they pay for? They pay for Disney Plus. I feel like they do pay for pretty much everything. They used to do Paramount. I think that's fallen off now. Not many people. Not much is on Paramount outside SpongeBob. I'll be honest. I said it. Not much is out there for Paramount. 1, 2, 3 snot bricks to rule the top. Here's some I prepared earlier. Disney Plus also has Hulu. Love those adverts. Has like Marvel, Star Wars, a lot of 20th Century Fox. I think Starz content is on there. Ooh, because the way this is rocking on these jumpers up the top here, we can't use. All right, stay down. Whoa, stay down. What's going on with you? Stay down. We need some black jumpers and black slopes. So I need a black 1x3 to connect those. Yes, if you've got Disney Plus, check your email because a lot of people actually watch 4K and don't realize as well. It contains a coffee making machine. Oh, fancy. This was the missing coffee pot. Now you've got a coffee pot for it. Maybe it's an American-owned store as well in France. American-owned store in France with the American pot to go with the official machine. Which one's got the most jumpers? This one's got the most jumpers. By first glance, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will hold that snot brick down. Get it to behave a little bit. Maybe fix it up long term as well. And this is a nice roof. Ooh. So that 1x3 leaves a little gap for a jumper. So we can fill that out, and then 4 little slopes. I might go with bigger slopes because we've got a whole brick jumping out of those slopes. I might go with the bigger 1x3s, the old style now, which I'm never going to get used to calling them the old style. Let's see what we've got to play with. Oh, I've only got 4s, I think. No, there's a 1. There's a 1x3. But I do have more 4s. Yeah, I can't mix it up. I've got some of the smaller ones. So I could go with that. I might. What's a 4 look like? Because that's just going to be as long. Nah, that's not the look. Wait, Vader's got some. Do you think Vader has any 1x3s? Currently helping out with a partial refund. Oh, Disney support is currently helping out. I thought you said you were currently helping out with a partial refund then. You're handing out partial refunds from the Disney account. How much money's in the Disney account, Bevel? Or do we add some of these angled slopes? I think that's... is that too fancy? Is the next build going to be the new sand crawler? Oh, I'm excited to be building the sand crawler. It's not going to be the next build. I do want to build something from... When's Visions? Actually, Visions is probably the next build. The Ninth Jedi. The Ninth Jedi is almost out. I'm so excited to watch that. And I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. But the Ninth Jedi were genuine, and I'm on record on stream and on the reaction video saying that the Ninth Jedi was my favorite episode. Did we react to that? Maybe not. But I am on record on stream saying that my favorite episode of Visions was the Ninth Jedi. Okay, that's quite cool. Like fangs at the top. So the fact that it's got its spin-off series, I'm happy here. A lot of people wanted the Ronin. I wanted the Ninth Jedi. Here's the outside of our Daily Bugle finish then. And that's looking pretty cool. The inside, inside needs a little bit of work. But we can fix that with some door rails and 6 by 10 plates. Ain't that the size we need for the top, or is that a 12 by 6? One of the, oh, I've got a stack of them. Where did I get this many from? That's a brick owl order if I've ever seen one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that makes these 6 by, oh, that's a 4. That's a 4 by 12, 10. 10? 10. Which is what we need. And an inverted slope. It's like being at the supermarket when I start grabbing a ton of these. Come back, I need a basket. Oh, I need a basket so that I can carry all these Lego parts over and like an extra table to store them. I made such a mess. Let me put a few of these back. Hold on. Like slopes. Did I put that one away? Oh, I actually did. That's the one I put away. And that's the one I could have used a little bit. I'll tell you what I do have. Not quite a basket. But I've got this Lego lid here, which I could start to fill with a ton of these boxes that I know I'm not going to use. But if I do need them, that may have been an N1 wing. Oops. They'll be easy enough to grab back because they're only in this tub down here. Second surge of the night. Just saying, second power surge of the night where everything flickers. That is not a good look. Ah! Not, oh, wait, the candles we need. We didn't do the fire escapes. We need those. Something up with the power. All right, you're the banner on top. And you're the floors. Oh, we needed 4. We needed 4, and we need both of you. One more. Nope. You. Aha. Good thing is with a computer, and you'll find that most PCs, the power still kicks in. It stores an extra bit of juice. You know that big brick at the bottom? Anyone that has a PC will know there's a big brick in the power supply. And I've never thought of looking into exactly how it works. All I know is that when the power cuts out, PCs, and when you turn like the power off as well, PCs always have an extra second of power that they can squeeze out of it. Again, don't know how that works, but I have noticed that. So that stops the stream from going down. All right, there's one floor. Easy as that. I might have to start putting some of the black ones in the middle just because I don't have enough grey. We should have gone with black throughout the whole build, but I didn't have enough of these black connectors on the inside. And I'm also not, wait, why don't I go with, suppose I've started with grey. It matches up to the bricks and looks quite nice. The Sandcrawler will be the next set that I want to build. It will be the next set that I build because that is the big one from August. But it so happens that Spider-Man's out today. Next stream towards the end of the week will be the Ninth Jedi. I think that's probably a Friday stream. I think that's what I said last week. I should have watched all the episodes by Friday at least. And then we'll be back with our regular routine on the following Monday. So next Monday, a week today, should be the Sandcrawler. You can hold me to that. As long as I don't, as long as I'm not poled under bricks by then. So much so I can't get to the computer. And final floor. So the first floor, we wanted 2 desks, and we wanted like 2 desks, 2 chairs, a classic office layout. I really liked the desk from the second floor of the Bugle, which had the wood oak effect, the stripy legs. These ones, these profile bricks with the the cut in the middle that we used for Grogu splitting the legs. Hold on, I only need 4 of those. And because we've got 10 studs, I'm going to add some jumpers. So a 2x2 in, I think we said light bluish grey was going to be the floors for most of these. And then a 2x4 brown plate. Hopefully these aren't brittle. Ooh, let's not even think about it. And then we can also get a gap in the middle between them. So that's, oh, do they not have, you can't set them in, well, maybe we can lean them out back then. You can't set them in the middle. Is that true for all these bricks? It's like an oversight. Lego now would never do anything like that with a brick. Always make sure you can. Let's get the grey tiles out here so that we can actually fill in the gap. And a few more jumpers for good measure. I think these are most of the 1x tiles. So the back needs a 1x10. That's asking for too much. A 1x10. Pretty sure I don't have that. Fill the gaps there. The jumpers for the chairs. Makes sense to fit them one in. And then get like a 2x3 around the edges in a light bluish grey. Is that a piece I have in my arsenal? No. But I do have 4s. I do have, and did I see a 6? A 2x6? Or was I dreaming? I think I was probably dreaming. I got some 1x2s. What I should do is add another jumper in here so like Spidey can stand. I could always pull those out for a jumper if I want to whack a jumper in. What chair did we go with? Brown. Best color of chair is brown. I stand on that hill. There is no better color. And then these chairs are slightly tucked away because they're each working on their own thing. It's techie. There's going to be grills, maybe more monitors. If I can get a 2x, oh, what sort of clip pieces do we have in square? A lot of pieces that I can't really use. Like one piece that I can. All right, we do have that one other monitor. Maybe this is exclusively like hands-on work. So we'll have grills, ingots, don't really, spanners, any clip elements. Oh, we could also have just like wires. Yeah, that'll work with a clip. Dark grey clip. Something that maybe they shouldn't be mirrored. Maybe we're just building the same thing. So we've got grills. We have a clip with one of Django's Westar pistols. And this is some sort of tech that they're working on. I have a vision for this. Oh, push you back. And it's missing something back left, like a cheese slope. And that cheese slope is a data pad, some like instructions they're following. It's a little tablet that's being held up. So just a 1x1 cheese slope. I think dark bluish grey works, but then also it could be a booklet. It could be anything. So there's our two little tech workstations. They look the same because they're both working on the same thing and running different tests. Like this is a typical office building look we wanted for the ground floor. This floor's different. We wanted the office with the desk. Wait a sec. Did we only have 3 floors in mind? 7 figures. Spider-Man in the base. Maybe someone there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, this is going to be a mess. This is going to have like a broken wall in between. Maybe a few broken walls in the middle. So tiles there and there. And then one on the outside as well. Then we want to get some figures. So 2x4. I think I saw those. And a jumper. One of the 2x2 jumpers. Yeah, here's the 2x4s. And some of the jumpers so that we can get figures in. And I'm going to add some slopes to make it look like these walls have been knocked down. So we need our slopes and our 2x2 jumpers. There's 1. There's 2. And R2D2. We'll pick up R2D2. This cheese. Yes, I forgot about the cheese. Cheese makes everything work better. Is that the first cheese slope? No, we added cheese above the doors. You can't see it. Even if I move it up, there's a cheese slope flattening out the doors where the plates are holding it in. Got to be a... We could have a 4 and a 2. I was going to say it's got to be a 3 because that's even. But a 4 and a 2 works better. And then what looks like a broken wall. I think the nipple tiles are still on the desk. We need more cheese slopes. We can use a cheese slope on this side. And then by placing one, we'll say forward, 1 back, we've got 2 different looks. Again, a little repeated, but 2 different looks. These figures might need to be centered though. That's the only thing. These figures are going to need to be a bit more central than this. Do we have enough? Oh, there's the 2x6 for the middle. I knew we had it. There it is. Oh, we said about the little museum bit. That's the bit that I'm forgetting. Yeah, we've kind of pushed that aside for now. And then that might work. Could work. Whilst we're playing with these floors, we've got a little bit more time. I'm going to tile off the most of this floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want a chair back here and then a desk. So something like this. Mirror that with a 4, another 4. And then another 2. I know we're good for it. I'm pretty sure we're good for it. Oh, there are also 2x3s. So we could have got some 2x3s in. Get 2 2x2 jumpers. This desk is going to be solid. Not made of brick solid. But maybe 3 of those wooden... Oh, there's a better piece. There's a better piece for this desk. But we're still going to need those 2x2 jumpers for the chair. Oh, come on. I'm not a light bluish grey. I just need 1 more. That's blue. 1 more. That's dark bluish grey. Okay, I might actually be out. Oh, no, wait. Yes. That could be the final light bluish grey that we need. 1 chair back there. Of course, we're going brown. And then at the front, the desk is going to be a little away from the edge. I've got another little oak woody bit. And then 2 of the stripy bits to make it look real good. Side story, you put 15 euros in Counter-Strike and won a really good skin. Sold it for 76. $6, which is 66 euros. What should you buy? Lego? Maybe another skin. Try and work out a little bit more. I don't know. I wouldn't indulge the gambling. Oh no. So we've still got a bit more on the side to put together, but there we've got our floors. The top floor, I think I'm going to tile out, maybe add, maybe we'll leave that for a few Avengers, but I do want to get some 1x3s in light bluish gray up there so that we've like finished off this platform. Maybe a 3 and a 4. Maybe a 3 and a 4, and the banner will be held up by snot bricks. The 3 on this end, and then the 4 just holds it all together, just like so. And then the banner can go between the studs here, can it not? Although a snot brick would be so much more secure. I put those away in the tub. In light bluish grey, a little snot brick. I tell you what, we could use one of the other snot bricks and get a cheese slope, but we've used this snot brick throughout the entire display. It's only fair we use this one last time for the top of our daily bugle. Look at that. We'll take a look. I will be decaling the top and the middle. I know I said no custom stickers for the Daily Bugle logo. Maybe I make that change too. But we've got our different layers. We've just got the sides to go. Which, do I have enough of these to stick in the side? One sec. I need 6 for each of these. You don't want to put more in than what you have. Thought you should go full out on Coruscant parts. Oh, yes. Yes, it was money you were willing to lose via gambling. I think you go full out with the Coruscant parts for sure. And then we need a ladder to go. Oh, I was going to leave that side down for the ladder, wasn't I? I'm 2 candlesticks short. Oh, no. I tell you what I could do. We could add some cheese slopes. We could add, actually we could have some missing poles, couldn't we? I'm sure every fire escape has some missing parts. So we have one round the side, one round the back, and only we will notice it. We just got to get some more of those Technic pieces on top. Although, did we do a Technic on the bottom? Yeah, we found the 1x3s. We just realized we didn't have enough 1x3s to do the whole thing. So we will find more Technic for the top. But without the ladders, pending. Ladders are pending. The 3D printer's busy right now. I think that's looking really, really good. 4 more nipple tiles, and I think we can call it 4 more nipple tiles in the Technic. Let's push it a little over, and we can call it a day. 1, 2, 3, 4. And boy, do I have a lot of bricks to clean up before Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have the Technic. Yep. We need a 3x3. I've got black. Wait. Why did I do grey if I got black? That feels like a missed opportunity to keep it all black. Oh no, I dropped one. Why is the printer stopped? Again, the spool is not stuck. Maybe it's just getting too tight as it gets to the end of the roll, but that's twice now on that print. Yeah, it's not stuck. It's got 30 layers to go. Come on. It was meant to be done by now. 1 barrier. 2. Where'd the bag go? There you are. This is what I don't think we have enough to finish up. The dark bluish grey. Oh, we do have enough. Awesome. We can get these on. I'll print some and paint some ladders, unless they exist in black. I've got enough time to order those in. But I think they're only in like brown and a few other funky colors at the minute. We need to see more recolors from Lego. Wow. Isn't the 3D printer giving you toxic fumes? No, the worst filaments is like ABS. That's toxic fumes. PLA isn't great to be surrounded in the whole time. For this 3 hours, it's not doing much. It's not doing anything, actually. PLA is safe to have around the house because the windows open and the doors open so much of the time. But yeah, you're right to worry about some filaments. So my printer can't actually handle ABS. Filament extruded, awesome. Continue. But if I was running like ABS or something, then yes, as you know from setting fire to Mustafa, that is toxic and that is not safe to be around. All we're missing is the ladders and the stickers on the front. And there we have our daily bugle. How cool is that? A bit different to how Lego styled it. We made a few choices of our own, but this is going to look amazing on display. And I tell you what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is making me want to go back to the city because I think these 6x6 modules, even though it's 8 wide, it's 6 deep on the inside and then 6 wide buildings. I could build a little city out of this. That could be fun. Little New York or something, get the Avengers Tower going as well. I'm going to add so many figures to the side, running up the wall, flying off, and really deck this thing out. And you'll be able to see that. I'll show that off in a video. And then we'll get, I want to do Brand New Day on top. Might get something looking like the thumbnail. And then maybe we do a little Doomsday poster on the side here. That would be awesome to see. We've got the camera. We've got, there were studs, yeah, for a ladder on the side, but I want to add a backpack on one of these. And then on the interior, we've got the scanner at the front of the DC building, which does scan. We've built a little scan-in feature so that a minifigure stands, where's Spider-Man gone? There's Spider-Man gone. Spider-Man can stand, and there's a funny scene, again, mild spoilers, we won't be spoiling anything important, but there is a scene where probably come out as a trailer. He's told to stand in the scanner and remove his mask, and this scanner goes all the way up to his mask. It fits past the minifigure, but it doesn't go past his mask. It gets stuck at it, so he has to remove the mask for the scanner to work. And then we'll sit someone in there. They're working on a few bits at the top there. This scene's going to be really fun to build out. And then we've got the all-important office with the unseen safe and a little rooftop to display some more of the Avengers figures, or maybe to recreate the Spider-Man meme with all my other Spider-Man figures. But that's going to go on my display. Mouldie's Bugle, moldifying the Bugle. That is what we've done here. Look at that. Don't want to talk about Mustafa ever again. Fair enough. Or a Lay's chip Bugle on it. Oh yeah, the Bugle crisps. A little advertisement for it. And we just get like Bugles all throughout because Lego have made a Bugle, and it's not too hard to brick build a Bugle. They've brick built many a Bugle before they made the Bugle element. But now that we've got the band, I think we have an actual Bugle, which means you could build a lot of other instruments. There we go. The grey tiles are already away. But that is all for today's stream. We'll be back on Friday. If you want to know more about the stream schedule, then head over to the channel Discord. And I do update when the next stream is going to be under the events tab. And maybe we'll be back building one of these sets. How cool. Maybe not this one. This one, I only want Tombstone. I don't mind about the other ones, but maybe this one. And maybe we can get an updated Tom Holland Spider-Man. Because the one I've got is slightly different to this suit. This suit's a little bit brighter. But thank you all so much for hanging. Moonshoes, Bevel, Tinks, everyone else in chat. Thank you for hanging. May the bricks be with you always.